Oh, man, we're muted the whole time. That's not good. Start over. Let's start over. Welcome, traders, to the smoothest live stream on the entire internet. My name is Lou Smooth. You guys can call me Smooth, and this is the day that the Lord has made. And it looks like we're getting a little bit of price action right now. Looks like we're getting a little price action right now, so that's pretty exciting. Maybe we'll get in a trade or two. We'll see. We'll see. But we are going to do some back testing today. I was looking at a short right around here, and yeah, that thing just went, man. It went. It would have paid nicely here, but it looks like we are creating some kind of chop here. I don't foresee us going higher just yet. I mean, we are trading pretty red right now, but we are building quite a base. So we're seeing some bullish absorption candles right now. Starting to see a little bit of a possible liquidity grab from here and from. Let's look at the 12-minute. I think there was some liquidity there as well. Yeah, it looked like we grabbed all types of liquidity. I think there was something over here. No, actually there wasn't. Yeah, we're dumping pretty hard here. 12-minute looks bleak. Imagine if they try to do something on a holiday in the US. They try to, I don't know, do some crazy escalations over in the Middle East. That would be pretty bad. So maybe we trade in a range. On low volume days, price tends to go up. So maybe we break out of this range today. Looks pretty weird. Price action looks pretty weird. Let's go ahead and move this down here to overnight low, and our overnight high is way up here. Way up here. All right, let's see. All right, so we opened up yesterday. It looks like we had a little bounce, and that's about it. That's all we got. Good morning, Tony. Good morning. Sounds like relaxation. What is going on, Hermana? Faiza. Bom dia. George, what's going on, man? Vic. Yeah, no, there is a half day in the New York session today, only to 12 o'clock. Trading Alchemist, what's going on, brother? Yeah, welcome to everyone. Let's go see if we can find any opportunities for ourselves today. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. But we are definitely going to be doing some back testing. See if there's anything that we could pick up on that might have happened the last couple of days. And see if we can sharpen our skills just a little bit. CC, what's going on, man? Let's catch something good today. Yeah, maybe we will. Maybe we will. Maybe we'll catch something halfway decent. Maybe we will. Let's go ahead and check out what the Renkos are showing us right now. The Renkos are... Oh man, Renkos are calling out these trades. Even if you're scalping, these Renkos are calling out some pretty decent scalps. So let's see. We did have a very nice call there. 906, 905, 903. Yeah, at 903 right here, we were printing some bearish absorption candles right here, and it confirmed at 904. So when that candle from 903 turned to 904, if you would have just entered the short there at 903, at 903 was right here. So if we would have just entered on this candle, that was a 20-point drop from there. That would have been nice. 400-point move on one contract. That was the trade I was looking at. To be honest with you, I was a little scared to take it because today is, not really a high volume day, man. So the ATR right now is not looking that bad though. 9.8 in the pre-market. It's really not that bad. Right now we are trending kind of higher here, a little higher. The 100 period VWAP has been serving as a resistance to these last couple of touches here. We had a pop here. Pop here, all been. Yeah, the volume here was garbage though. Volume is getting a little better right now. Volume is definitely getting a little better. Let's see if we, see the volume here was like 5. Now we're starting to see some decent. Even here was okay, it was almost 8. Let's see. Hopefully we get a little decent volume into the 9:30. Even though the market's not open today, you still get that little bit of volume around 9:30 till about 10 o'clock. Took out London lows and still under that in this week's open. Rebounded off the 1.5 standard deviation VWAP. Nice art. 2.5. Okay. What's up, Patrick? What's wrong with the volume? I lost all my trades today. Yeah, there won't be a real session today. There's not going to be a session today. The stock market, traditional stock market, is not open. The futures market's open, but the futures market usually goes hand in hand with whatever the tech stocks are doing, according to the Nasdaq. But since the tech stocks are not really trading today, people are basically just trading on speculation, I would say. You can call it anything you want, but a little risky trading today. Won't be a lot of volume, so they'll be able to move the books around quite easily. So if you're one of those YOLO traders, man, you might love the price action today, but you could really get hurt today. You could really get hurt. So I would recommend don't trade anything you're not willing to lose. And so we've got a little bit of volume, or a little bit of orders, liquidity stacked at 21,785. Looks like there's a little bit up here, 785. Maybe the market may want to come take out some of these imbalance candles in here. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking they may want to do right now. They may want to shoot this thing higher. On the Renkos, we did get a bit of a delta trap right here. If you guys want to take a look at that real quick. A little delta trap right here. Also another delta trap right here. So it looks like the market is trying to trap traders short to bringing them up higher. I would not be surprised if that's what they end up doing here. Would not be surprised one bit. Not at all. And there we go. Bullish absorption candle trying to get above this 775 level. 780 is going to be tough too. We got that 100 period VWAP right there. PSU. Get. I don't know what that means. Gifted Kings, what's up, man? On the Renko call, how would you have known where to put your stop because that yellow candle was large, even to the upside? I don't know what you mean as far as taking a trade after this. I don't use the Renko chart to place my stop. I use my Renko chart to get in a trade. And I use the bar chart to put my stop because this wick's not going to show up on a Renko right here. It's not going to show up. You know, we got price that came down to 735 on this wick. But if you look at the Renko, that didn't even register on here. 753 was the low on that block. So it was a 20-point discrepancy. So yeah, I wouldn't use the Renko to place my stop. I definitely would have a bar chart open to know where to put a stop. It's just a little more accurate for me, in my opinion. And not accurate, but it's a little bit more, it gives you a little bit more detail. A little more detail. What's up, Peter? GRO, good morning. Good morning. We got a lot of people on here this morning for a market that's not going to be open. The Renko was before the bar. I don't know what you mean. Let me circle back. So, are you talking about? Are you referencing the trade that I told you I was looking at earlier, or are you talking about a trade right now? Because this trade right here to the upside would have been a good trade if you would have entered at 910. At 910, this would have been a good entry. And in the stop, you could put a stop wherever you feel comfortable on the chart, but I wouldn't be putting my stop under this red brick here just because it's the last brick, because these don't show you wicks, and sometimes wicks get retested. So let's take a look at the 909 to 910 candle here on our bars. So the 909 candle was this. So if you would have went long right on this candle before it, well, at the 1 minute mark, right before this candle formed, this would have given you a, so far, 15 points to the upside. You could have put your stop here or here. It's up to you. I mean, it's whatever your risk tolerance is. I don't know if that's what you're referring to. What's up, friendy? What brick size am I using? 2. Yeah, I'm using a brick size of 2. Gifted Kings, if I didn't explain it 100% correct, or in a way that you understood it, don't feel free to ask me, more than once. Yeah, hopefully I answered it. Though you said I did. Hopefully I did. What's up, Nicole? Good morning. You love my vibe? Thanks, man. I've been working on it for 44 years. I think I got it down to almost got it down. I'm almost there. All right, so right now we are kind of building a little bit of consolidation right above this last wick we saw on that high volume absorption candle. I think we'll break through here, but not without a little bit of drama first, and then we'll maybe come up a little higher. What's up, Mo? He doesn't feel speed bumps. Oh, you're hilarious, man. Mo's like a lost puppy right now. His broker kicked him out of his trade. He doesn't even know what to do now. He's like, what do I do with all this time and all this money I have now? We need that guy back. We used to call out the market. It used to say the market's gonna go in one direction only today, and then when it didn't go in that direction, he would disappear. Yeah, we need that guy back. He was really good for the traders. But what are you thinking, man? You gonna take off a couple of days, couple of weeks before maybe we see some craziness in the market? Maybe another opportunity to go long, or do you think you're gonna wait for an opportunity to ride a trend down? Good morning, Mr. Shop. Yeah, let's see what we get here. Look, we might be having a little bit of a push down again. Could be having a little bit of a push down again. We'll see. It is 9:21. We have about 8 minutes before technically the New York Open, which is not really an open, but we still get a surge of volume for one reason or another. Very strange. We still get a surge of volume at 9:30. What's up, Sam? Ibrahim, what's up, man? Good morning. What's going on, Kevin? Ivan, what's up? We'll still do a giveaway today, guys, if we reach our like target of 75. We're gonna try a little short here. I just got the purple Renko brick, so we're gonna see if we do a 1-to-1. Let's do a 1-to-1. We'll test our purple brick strategy. Here's our purple brick right here after a surge in volume. It could be a bear trap. More than likely could be a bear trap, because it looks like it does want to take out that high. But we're gonna test out how accurate the Renkos are right now. We also do have a pretty big spread right now. I would say the spread is looks like it's about a point to 2 points. To be careful with that. If you're micro scalping, that could really hurt. It looks like a 2-point spread. Yeah, we're gonna get stopped here, more than likely. Yep. All right, so she obviously does want to go higher here. Very nice continuation, consolidation right above the resistance. Yeah, right here, look at that. Nice little high volume candle now. Perhaps now, maybe she'll roll over after maybe getting people excited here to go long. So be careful. She could still. Dan's Baby Dreams. What's up, man? Good morning. What's with the name, man? Is that like a business of yours? Elmi, what's going on? Happy to me all day. Patrick Cooper, happy to me all day. Oh, happened to me. Oh, I'm sorry about that. The London and the Asian markets don't take off on Juneteenth. No, they don't. And London's open till I think 11:30, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so you still have that London market, but the New York Stock Exchange is not open. Patrick said, I've never had so many losses in my life. Yeah, today is definitely a weird day. That's why we're going to do some backtesting today instead of trying to break records today. Enter 2013. Good morning. May God bless you as well, brother. God bless all of you guys. All right, looks like we are breaking through resistance here with a high volume candle, but we'll see what volume actually does here. If it starts to pick up or if we start getting a retracement back down. We do have this little bit of a trend there that could be holding back the price. I should have probably set this up before taking that little short here, because obviously the market wants to come and manipulate this trend line, get people bullish around here, or maybe a little small breakout to just roll over again. That could happen. We did have a lot of liquidity at 785, so we probably have a little bit more push. There is liquidity above here. We have liquidity here, and obviously we have this kind of flat top here, double top here. More liquidity there, I'm sure. And we have imbalances in here, imbalances. So the market could want to just shoot back up here. It usually does do that on low volume days, and maybe come back up to retest this 21,833 level. That's looking very likely. We'll see. What monitor do you have? Because your colors are so vibrant. I'm jealous. Lord forgive me. I don't think that has anything to do with my monitors. I think it has more to do with the color palette I chose. But the monitors I'm using are LGs. If you look at the video I have on my channel where it shows the makeover, I think it's called Day Trader Renovation or Day Trader Makeover. If you check out that video, it shows you my entire trading studio setup, the computer I'm using, the monitors I'm using, the lighting, the keyboard, the mouse, everything you could think of. Let's go ahead and hit those likes, guys. We already have 90 people on here. Let's see if we can start racking up some likes here. All right, looks like we are taking out this liquidity. Let's see, next spot to take out would be 800. I think we could. This was a nice little downturn, bounce off to 21. Very nice. Looks like we are going to get really bullish soon. I think that's what the market wants to head. I would say this would be a good spot. Cleaning up this candle, bouncing off the 21 could be a good spot for a long. And that massive liquidity grab here. Today's gonna be one of those days, guys, where if you're gonna trade, you want to put your entry where your stop would be. It's gonna be one of those low volume days that if you want to go long right now and put your stop here, you're better off putting your stop. I mean, if you're going long now and putting your stop here, you're better off putting your entry here on a limit order instead, because your stops are going to get ran today. Everybody's stops are going to get ran. So if you do take a trade that you normally would put a stop somewhere, rethink that trade. Not financial advice, but this is what I would do. Rethink that trade and put your entry normally where you would have put your stop. You see how that works out today, because on low volume days, man, I'm telling you, they can't get higher and they can't get lower without taking out stops over and over again. That's something we're going to see today big time. Yeah, I see that, friendy. I was looking at that too. But I'm waiting for the 21 to cross over this 100 period VWAP. I'm waiting for that to happen first before I start, doing this. And I'm sure it can happen, but I think it's getting a little congested right now with too many lines. I want to see if they hold these highs. If they do, great, and we go higher. If they don't and they get stuck under here, then we still have more downside. Oh, it's your lullabies channel for babies? That's awesome, man. I'm sure you probably get like 3-hour watch sessions. I listen, sometimes I listen to like Bible verses to help you go to sleep, and then those channels get like so many, like the rain background channels, the ambient noise channels, like they really get a lot of views. Or not a lot of views, I mean, yeah, they get a lot of views, but they get long watch times. I took a long at 740, looking to hold for a while here. We should get some retracement here for a little bit. Yeah, I think it ultimately will go grab all this liquidity. But like I'm saying, I think that today's gonna be one of those days where she's gonna come back and grab liquidity. I'm thinking it's gonna grab liquidity probably from here. Let me just go ahead and place my order right now, because it's gonna need it in order to make the moves higher. Like right now, basically. All right, let's see. All right. Oh, it's 9:30. It's 9:30. I didn't even realize that. It's 9:30. Okay, we'll move her into profits. And we'll put our first TP up here. Let's see what happens here. Go getting beat up. I bet, man. That's good, Gifted Kings. That's what's up, man. Depending on how many points you're scalping for today, this would have been a good entry already to TP. But it looks like she wants further downside. Yeah, we got stopped. All right, let's see what she wants here. Entries at stop. Yeah, your theory was correct. Yeah, but I think she's gonna keep going down here, man. She's gonna want to take out these lows again. So, or either that, or she just swept here. This could be a good entry for a long if you guys believe that this is still gonna go higher. This could be a decent entry. We'll see. It still looks like a further push. We haven't gotten any indication yet on my Renko chart that we may be bottoming yet or reversing yet. Still looks like it's gonna either build a base here or maybe continue lower. But once we start getting some absorption candles in here, we should probably have enough strength to bring her back up to that 21.8 level. She does look like she's gonna grab as much stops here. People are going long, putting stops here. So she keeps swiping them. Do I use Bookmap? Not really. I check into Bookmap when I want to confirm a level. That's up, trend line broke? Yeah, I did. Yeah, the Tori trades trend line here. Never fails. 1 tap, 2 tap, 3 tap, and you're gone. See? That $5 grand we spent on Tori Trades course does wonders for our trading, man. I'm telling you. Cannot go wrong with that, baby. She is trying to. She is slowing down here on the momentum to the downside. She's slowing down. The volume is cooling off, but we're still getting these absorption candles to the downside. They may be just trying to get more liquidity here before going higher. These don't necessarily mean they're going to continue. They might just be muscling their way down here to grab more and more liquidity. Today's going to be liquidity raid central. You're getting in on a retest short? Okay. Nice, brother. Let's take a look at the 12-minute right now. Let's see if there's anything interesting here. We'll probably retest that overnight low, it looks like. Okay. Might be printing a red candle here. If we print a red candle here, we're definitely going overnight lows. We'll see if our theory here is correct. Looks like sellers are getting pretty strong here, trying to push this price down. But hey, today's one of those days where price may just do the opposite. What do you think? Friendy thinks the book map is messy. I just clocked in $100 on my funded account. This was too good to pass up, this short. It was too good to pass up, so we locked in $100 just now. On a day that I probably shouldn't be trading, but hey, you just never know, man. You just never know. No retest, darn it. RT says DPS, he's trade Tori concepts. Does he trade? Do I trade Tori trades concepts? Absolutely, dude. That's all I trade. That's it, man. Tori trades his life, man. Overnight lows are right there where we just broke. We touch the top of the big Sunday gap. If we drop to 650 if we fill it correctly. I should have kept that short open on my funded. TT concepts, baby. Tori trades, baby. Let's go. And see 1, 2, 3, and then you're off to the races. Beautiful short. Anyone who caught that, very nice, very nice. Why did we take that short, you may ask? Because Tori. Because we had this sellers were absorbing buyers in here. Let me show you what I mean by that. So this candle right here showed me that even though buyers were stronger in their orders, there were more orders to buy. Sellers were just too aggressive. And then the next candle not only confirmed it, but gave us a high volume candle in that same direction. So because of that, I knew it was going to at least give us a 1-to-1, maybe to the overnight low. And we went exactly there, and we did our thing. That's why, baby. Tori trades trend lines. Yeah, say that 10 times fast. Tori trades trend line tactics. Oh man. Yeah, I'll be talking about my girl like that, man. I'm talking about my mama. You talking about my mama? You guys didn't know that Tori Trade's uncle is ICT? Did you guys know that? I bet you guys did not know that. That's what the T stands for in the T. Inner Circle Tori. Now you may want. That's a conspiracy, Sam. That's what they want you to think, that it's Michael Ashton, but it's really not, man. It's Michael Hudson. What's up, Janik? I trade trend lines like her. I learn on my own though. I watch her as well sometimes. Yeah, but nobody trades trend lines like Tori, man. I've known her uncle for over 12 years, says Sam. Trading for pips. So you know ICT, bro? That's awesome. I'm picking up sarcasm, but when it comes to Tori, she gets a lot of heat in the industry. Nah, man, I'm just messing, dude. I don't hate on anyone. I'm just making light of people paying $5,000 to learn how to trade anything. Like, it doesn't matter if it's trend lines or the most advanced strategy in the world. It's just dumb for people to pay $5,000. And Tori does her thing, man. She does her thing. I'm just messing around. I'm just messing, man. I'm just messing with you guys. You guys gotta laugh sometimes, man. Laugh at the industry that we're in. And I know that Tori's uncle is not actually ICT. I'm also, that was a rumor that was going around for a while. And I'm just being a bit of a troll and just trying to make you guys laugh a little bit. But yeah, no. I'm not really serious. Yeah, 5K is a bit excessive. If it was 4K, then I would say yeah, but 5K, come on, man. Tennessee Tori trades. Yeah, what's up, Dr. Phil? No, I saw an interview with her uncle. He seems all right. Yeah, Tupac's her uncle. Tupac's her uncle. Yeah, she wants more down. Looks like all this is getting absorbed pretty hard. Getting absorbed pretty hard. Yeah, she's looking very, very, very weak. Oh, guys, I got some crazy news, man. I got some crazy news to tell you. So after harassing them like they owed me $2, a lot of you guys have been asking me, why don't you get affiliated with Take Profit Trader? And I told you guys, like, oh man, I've been after Take Profit Trader forever to try to get them to partner with us. And I put in like 4 applications. I email them all the time. Like they're just so behind, so extremely behind on everything, extremely behind on customer service, everything, right? And I go into my Take Profit Trader account yesterday to try to put in a 5th application because everybody keeps asking me about Take Profit Trader, and it turns out that they approved my application back in May, and I didn't even know. So if anybody trades Take Profit Trader or wants to give Take Profit Trader a spin, we are now partnered with Take Profit Trader. And the code is Smooth Trader, 30% off right now with no activation fee. So yeah, God is good, man. He's blessing us really, really, really hard right now. God's giving us a lot to work with, man. The channel's growing, our partnerships are coming through. So yeah, we added a Take Profit Trader, which is one of the, if not the best prop firms out there. Like a lot of people are saying that it's their number one. For me, I still have a soft spot for Tradeify. I think Tradeify is amazing. Tradeday is a really good one as well. If you're new and you want a cheap evaluation, there's nothing like Bulenox. You can get those anywhere between $16 when they go on a crazy massive sale. Right now they're $29 for an eval with Bulenox. But yeah, we've got, I'm proud to say we've got now, I would say the top 5 with the exclusion of my funded futures. I don't trade with them. They gave me a really nasty message when I tried to affiliate with them in the beginning. Not a big fan of them. So we are partnered up with the most reliable. Some people might argue Apex is not so reliable. Some people live and die by them, so we're partnered with them. But trade Apex at your own risk. But yeah, God is good, guys. And we have a Take Profit Trader now added to our repertoire of partnerships, which is amazing for the channel. So there you go. There you go. All right, looks like we might get the pop now. We might get the pop now. Looks like she may be going. I'm waiting for confirmation here on the Renkos. No, you don't have to create content for them. You don't have to do anything besides give people your coupon code. There's nothing I have to do. A lot of times traders, influencers or YouTubers will create videos just to create more of a buzz around their, coupon code. And a lot of people who do YouTube searches, like how to, what is Apex rules, or what are TopStep's, well, TopStep doesn't have any affiliates, but like what is Take Profit Traders live policy? Like, people make videos like that because it does educate people, but you also get people to use your coupon code. It's not a requirement. No, it's not a requirement, but it is a smart idea. If you're, if you know how to educate, you know how to teach, and you make a video and you get people to use your coupon code, it's a win-win and it's a no-brainer. But it doesn't mean you're automatically going to get people to use your code. You can make a video that gets, 100 views and nobody ever uses your code. Yeah, a lot of people trade their own cash instead of trading prop firms. Robert, that is ultimately where I want to circle back to. That's how I started, but I lost a lot of money doing that. That's why I've found prop firms to be a little bit more advantageous for me, at least right now. Friendy, no, I think her course is a couple grand, but I'm just exaggerating saying 5K. But there are people out there who charge 5K or more for trading courses. Yeah, I bought a course from a crypto trader that I follow. I still follow him and I still like his content. I bought 2 courses from him, not only because I wanted to learn more about trading, because I was rather new at that time, but I also wanted to support him. So I knew that at the end of the day, even if I didn't really get that much value, if I learned one thing, I knew that it'd be worth it for me, because I wanted to support what he was doing, because I did learn so much from him that I wanted to show my gratitude and at least support the guy. Like, he always gave out so much great information, very genuine, never like scammy or spammy or anything like that. So it's kind of like that book. I don't know if you guys ever read the book from Gary Vaynerchuk called Jab Jab Right Hook. It's like the thank you economy almost. Like you give, and then at the end, like people kind of give back to you because you've given so much that people almost feel like obligated, or they feel overwhelmed to support you. So yeah, that's kind of the concept, the mindset that I've always had in business. But I did buy a couple courses more to support the creators, because a lot of the information that they give you can find on YouTube. Wow, we're really getting a dump here. We should have kept that short open. Currently trading my funded future starter plus, praying I pass this and start profiting from sim funded, aiming to get my first payout next week. But I give it to God. Absolutely, Mr. Shop. Momentum with Jamie, what's up? Good morning, brother. Take Profit is awesome. Yeah, 5-day pass to pass, no activation fee. Yeah, I haven't been able to pass her evals yet. Funny story, I did pass it once, but I didn't know they had a consistency rule. So I got, I had to trade the account an extra $1,000, and that's where I lost it. To me, I'd rather take 5K. Oh, that's what you meant? You'd rather take 5K and learn how to trade with your own money? Yeah, I mean, you'll get much further with that, Robert. You'll get much further with that than paying 5K for a course. What you should do as a new trader is paper trade as long as you can and learn a strategy and backtest that strategy like we're going to do today until you can really say that you have something with a high win rate. In my expert opinion, price is going down. Mo is Captain Obvious. Mo has already gotten... see, Mo is going to be my guest speaker on my new trading course called Smooth Trader Dynamics, or STD for short, STD. The STD concepts. And he's going to talk about hindsight trading, which is very important if you guys want to become a profitable trader. Mo is going to be the guest lecturer there. Solid short for a holiday? Yeah, man. Usually on holidays, we get pumps. Took prior week lows as expected. I used to do well with trading until I actually put money on the line. I used to do well with trading back in the day. I was trading 93% win rate. Wow. Have my real account history to prove it. But somehow I just can't. Next up is this month's lows. Okay. Can't trade for my life for me. Just do the opposite of everything you think, Robert. Then you'll be back to 93%. I hesitated getting into this trade today. So I started also trading prop firms. Forced myself into rules. Contract roll gap filled. Wow. Really? We just filled the gap? Holy smokes. Something going on. Oil is moving. Yeah, I'm going to check the... I wish you would have hung up on that trade. Yeah, I wish I would hang on to it too. Check it out if you guys. I made a whole whopping $97 on that trade this morning. I wasn't even going to trade anything today, to be honest with you. But I took it. I was like, until this candle, I'm going to ride this trade until the candle is full. When the candle is no longer full, I'm going to close the trade. So I took it for $97. But our account is at 53,735. So we only need a couple $100 more to request our full max payout on Bulenox. So don't want to push it too hard. 21.6 is coming. Went down 3.5 standard deviations. Yeah, this long is going to be epic. Just hit 50% of the Fib daily. More down. Yeah, could get more down. Never know. Let's go ahead and look at our Fib levels. Let's get real fibby with it. Let's go out to our 1 hour because this is, damn, man. What are we talking about here, Willis? Is that a wick? No, that's not a wick. Let's take out the standard. Let's take out this real quick. Man, that's wild. We got a dumperoni and cheese just shy of the 786. Let's see about our... Let's see if we can get some more confluence, as they call it in France. Confluence. Confluence. All right. All right, looks like we got 382 and a 786 are lining up really nicely. Both of them are considered to be important levels for bounces. We hit the 382. This level looks rather important. We have that last week's low down here at 21,476 also. Another important level. If we continue dumping, we'll see. We ran that golden pocket like it wasn't even there. So much for that. Let's go back to our 1 minute. How much is the Bulenox activation fee? Bulenox activation fee is $148. The cheapest deal out there right now on the market for a prop firm, depending on what your style is, I would say it's Tradeify with their $90 growth 50K. It's $97 with the discount, and there's no activation fee. I believe if you do take Profit Trader, they're a little bit more expensive. I think they're about like, I want to say like 120, I think, for a 50K, or you can get in for like 105 for a 25K on Take Profit Trader. No activation fee. Yeah, activation fees is kind of where they get you in the prop firm world. You can have an inexpensive eval. You can either pay for the activation fee once you pass, or if you're really good at passing evals, I would probably go with something like a Take Profit Trader or a Tradeify, because that way you don't have to pay for that activation. Let's go, Tori. We got all the trend lines up. Repping Tori today, baby. One day Tori Trades is going to send me a cease and desist. What's up, Zenzen? Yeah, don't worry. You're here. That's all that matters. One day I'm going to get a cease and desist from Tori and her uncle. You say, knock it off, Smooth. Don't be trolling. And be like, freedom of speech, baby. And they're going to say, nah, that's defamation. Alright. Yeah, we should have probably went long earlier. Looks like she is trying to push here. A lot of liquidity above us, lots. And this is looking pretty good. It's pretty good. Let's see if we can get a TP, baby. Let's see if we get a TP. Took 38% bounce on the ES. Okay. There you go. Man, we are true. We live up to the name DGen. Trade on trade on holidays. DGen. Definitely. This is my demo account. I'm just forward testing here on this is not so much forward testing of the strategy I'm going to be testing today. This is me just getting into a trade that I normally would have entered because I saw the bullish absorption here and I saw the bulls follow through. So here I'm just assuming maybe we can get a 1-to-1. If we get a 1-to-1, that'll bring us up here, clearing out these imbalances up here, these imbalances up here. But we could just as easily get a retracement back down here, sweep this, and then go higher. On a day like this, I would definitely see that being a possibility. That's exactly what they're going to do more than likely. So I think instead of doing that, I'm going to add 2 here. Let me see if I can do buy 2. I think they're going to want to sweep this level and then go higher. That's what I'm thinking could happen here. What time does the market close today? I think it's like 11:30, 12 o'clock. Small size, good practice. There you go. I think that's what we're going to have to do. Welcome to the channel, Tito7. Thanks for being with us here today. Yeah, once this market cools down a little bit, we'll start doing some back testing. I'll show you guys how I back test and how and what different strategy I'm going to back test today. Yeah, I think it closes around the same time as the London session closes. The London session closes, I believe, at 11:30, if I'm not mistaken. Guys can correct me if I'm wrong. What is going on? There's Matt. What's up, Matt? Just came by to say hi. Thanks, Matt. I hope you're still there on Twitch. Let's see. I don't even know. I'm American. I don't even know what Juneteenth is, to be honest with you. I think it has something to do with slaves. I'm not 100% sure. I should probably look it up. But I don't even think that President's Day should be a holiday. I really don't. There's a lot of holidays in this country that shouldn't be holidays. They just do it so they don't have to give you your money. Because when bank holidays close, they don't have to give you your money, so they get to collect interest on your money while they don't give you access to your money. It's a scam. If you notice, we get more and more bank holidays all the time. 1 p.m. New York time, says Addison. Okay, thank you for that. I wasn't sure what time the market closed today. I should know these things, but I don't, because I really don't care. I'm not going to be trading all day. It's the day when the slaves were freed. Is that so? What's up, Larry? Good morning. I think it does commemorate something with slavery. I just don't know what. Let me ask Rock. Oh, we got stopped. Oh, we got added. We added. It's the Emancipation. Yeah, proclamation was issued by President Abraham Lincoln, so it was. Oh, no. It was on January 1st, but it was not recorded in Confederate-controlled areas like Texas until the Union Army arrived in 1865. The delay meant many enslaved people in Texas were unaware that their freedom until Granger's announcement. Wow. So even after the emancipation, a lot of slaves were still slaves and didn't know. Of course, they didn't have the internet, right? They didn't have Twitter. Juneteenth is marked by community events like picnics, parades, barbecues, street fairs, traditions, and including public readings and Emancipation Proclamation, singing songs like "Lift Every Voice and Sing." Oh, that's cool. It's a day to celebrate African American culture, reflect on freedom, and acknowledge ongoing struggles for equality. That's awesome. Okay. I mean, this is much more worthy than President's Day. Juneteenth became a federal holiday in 2021. All right, cool. What's going on, JB? Yeah, President's Day should be like Founding Fathers Day or something like that. Instead, yeah, exactly. It is the day that slaves in Texas got the news of freedom, which was, I think, several months after the emancipation. Yeah, there you go. I just found out about that. The internet was down. Sam said the internet was down that day. Yeah, Twitter was too woke back then, so they didn't want the slaves to find out. They were blocking any based tweets about slavery ending. Just found your channel, Tito. Yeah, that's what's up, man. Thank you for stopping in. Reading backtesting caught my attention. Yeah, well, cool. Well, we're gonna be backtesting in just a minute after we end these degen trades. Yeah, it is a good reason to have a holiday. Juneteenth is the day where slave freedoms and slaves are African Americans. Yeah. It's like our 4th of July. There you go. Spider Lily, what's up? Good morning. Smooth, I cannot see my regular candlesticks in TradingView. I can see all other candles. Has this happened to you? You can't see your regular candlesticks? In TradingView? What do you mean by regular? Do you see candlesticks or do you see no candlesticks whatsoever? We just added some more there to our funded account in that little long we just took. I didn't want to get anyone too super excited in case the market did me dirty and gave me a black eye. But now we're up to $244 on our funded on the day that we say we're not going to trade. We should probably have left it open, just like every other trade. But it looks like now we might be eligible for a payout. Maybe we need 120 bucks more. We'll see. Maybe we'll scalp another 120 bucks somewhere. No candlesticks at all? Okay. The reason why you probably have no candlesticks is if you go over to your indicator section right here on TradingView, go down to your candle, go down to here where it says NQ and then the candles next to it. It's probably checked off. It's probably hidden. So go and unhide it and then you're good to go. Yeah, remember what I was telling you guys here? Today's going to be the day where they go back and grab liquidity. So put your entries where your stops would be. That's exactly what we did here. We added a second position. And what we should have done was been patient and added our original entry here anyway. And I took this trade here on the, after the manipulation candle, I took the trade long here on my funded. Probably should have left it open a little longer. But I'm kind of nervous, guys. I'm being honest with you. I'm a little nervous because this will be my first payout with Bulenox and I don't want to screw it up. I'm like right at the finish line and I really don't want to screw it up. So I'm like nibbling off pieces there. Why is it not moving when you enter a trade? What's not moving? Why is it not moving when you enter a trade? I don't know what you mean. What is what not moving? I don't get it, says Patrick. I'm not sure what you're referring to. Larry, did that solve your issue? Maybe you have the your candlesticks turned off here on your indicators. You might have it actually muted or hidden. Volume? I don't know what you mean. Why is the volume not moving? Why would volume move? Larry, do me a favor. Screenshot your actual screen, and then screenshot your screen with your indicators as well. I'm showing this as well. I want to see if you got anything. Why is my risk per day in your Bulenox? 2 losses and I'm done. If I have 2 losses in a row, I'm done. Usually I try to risk a 1-to-1. 1 minute inversion ES, says ICT Sniper. So for instance, I took this trade here. Let's just say if I was to get into this trade here long, my stop would have been here. So let me give you an example here of what my risk normally is. I try to get into a trade early. I don't want to wait for it too long. So as soon as I get a confirmation from Renko or from the traditional charts, I like to go. So with Renko, let me see real quick on Renko where I would have gotten into that long. I would have gotten into that long at, if I was paying attention, at 10:04. So this is 10:03. So after this yellow candle confirmed, I should have got into this long. I actually waited a little bit longer on my funded account to get into this long. But let's say I did catch, let's just say I did catch this candle if I was paying attention to Renko real time, which I wasn't. I would have entered here. I would have put my stop under the last wick here. You could have even got away with this, believe it or not. You could even get away with this. And the reason why is because this is a bullish absorption candle. And if they come back to reclaim that, more than likely, they're going to continue going lower. But since we do have a wick all the way down here, this is 13 points. If you feel safe risking 13 points, then you want to do at least a 1-to-1, if not higher, on your risk to reward. So would I have put my stop here? I probably would have ended up putting my stop here somewhere in the middle. just because I trust in this candle, but sometimes they do retest these candles just a bit and they come down just a hair under here. So for me, I would have felt safe risking 8.5 points, and I would have targeted these highs here if I wanted to be safe, which would have been 18 points. So it's a good 2-to-1. But to be honest with you, it's probably going to go all the way to 37 here. The reason why I say that is because we have imbalances all the way up, and we also have this trend line that they're dying to come and manipulate, because that's where they get the most amount of people to enter into positions, is around key levels like resistance, trend lines, major levels, daily opens, VWAPs, things like that. So it's going to want to go here. It's going to want to go here. That's why we have our second TP here. It's going to want to go there. So I don't know if that answers your question, but I always try to put my stops below or above, depending if I'm going in a short, absorption level. So this is my absorption level here. So I'm putting my stop under here. It doesn't have to be by much, but under here. Same thing with the short earlier that we took. When we took this short earlier here, I entered right here. I put my stop up here above this absorption candle, bearish absorption candle, and I was aiming for a 1-to-1, which would have given me 15 points. Would have been right here. It would have swept this low that we had, the overnight low. I just didn't hold it long enough, because I'm telling you guys right now, like, I'm skittish trading today because it is a holiday and I only need like a couple $100 to get a payout. So this is a easy trade, simple trade. Reason why I took it is because of volume and because of order flow. So hopefully you guys understand where I put my stops and why I put them where I do. Bunch of volume imbalances above should rip 59.80. Yeah, this quick down, quick up. Remember that. Usually what happens. What is an absorption candle? It says Angara sick. What's up, Louis? Louis Shepard? What's going on, man? A absorption candle is when you have delta. Delta is basically the difference between buyers and sellers. That's a fancy word, Greek word, for the difference between buyers and sellers. So for instance, here in this candle that I was telling you about, if you look down here at the delta reads red, which means there's more sellers than buyers. But why didn't the candle go red? The candle actually went green, but I have an indicator that turns it yellow, letting me know there's an absorption happening there. So when you see this absorption, think of it in your head as kind of like a war, a little battle going on between buyers and sellers. You know, there's active sellers in here, but there's very aggressive buyers in here, and there's a little bit of a war. So whoever wins the next candle is basically telling you who's on top, who's coming out stronger. So because the next candle ended up being green, the chances are in your favor to go long. Like, you have a better chance that this is going to continue going higher, especially if you see that the market is trying to reach for something. So in my opinion, the market was reaching for these highs and this trend line. So this would have made for an easy 1-to-1 RR. They don't always work out, but there's a high probability that they do. That's why I urge people to backtest a lot, because once you start getting the stats, then you feel more comfortable taking the trades, because you know the stats. When you don't know the stats, you're just hoping. You don't really have any concrete evidence that your strategy is going to work. No worries, Larry. I'll try to help you out if I can. What's up, Dylan? How you doing, brother? So let's see if we get that tap of 718. It's a good level too. 718 is just under 720. And we'll see what the market wants to do at that point. Went on tilt. Oh yeah, I hate when that happens, Dylan. Yeah, today's not a day you guys should really be trading, man. Today's one of those days where you kind of wish you would have stayed in bed. Yeah. What's up, Captain? How you doing, brother? ICT Sniper is trading the ES. He says 59.80 retest incoming, just rejected the 50%. I took a couple of trades on my live account here, and we're up 244 on my live account. I just need $100 for a payout, so I'm kind of nervous about it because I don't want to be that guy who blew his account because he was $100 short. I don't want to be that guy. I'm just nervous. I'm trading NQ, and we're gonna do some back testing today. Did tilt yesterday, but saved my account. Oh man, thank God, PD. What's up, George? How you doing, man? Line purple is VWAP or EMA? The line purple. No, this purple line that you see in here, this is the 21. The VWAP is up here. The VWAP sitting right now at 21.811. So if you look at our screen right now, you see these purple clouds. This is our standard deviations away from the VWAP. So the lighter shade, the further we are away from VWAP. So being in here and this candle, this was a very good place to get long because we're almost in the 4th standard deviation of the VWAP. So taking a long here and riding it all the way to VWAP, man, that's a beauty of a trade if you can catch that. So when you see us be in a lighter cloud, it means that we're far away from VWAP. So, you know, we're in good territory right now to start looking for longs into the VWAP, in my opinion. What indicator is that standard deviation cloud? It's called the VWAP. It's called the VWAP with standard deviations, I think it's called. Let me see what it's called. It's called VWAP with standard deviation bands. That's what it's called. No, Rex, I've never used a 45-day moving average. I've never even considered it. Never thought about it. How did you get the countdown on Project X with it tells you the time left in the candle? It's on the options. You go to the, let me see, I'll tell you right now. I just did it the other day. Okay, so all you got to do is go here to the bottom right of your, like right here. I don't know if you can see it because I'm probably I'm hidden. My face is hiding it. But the bottom right, there's a little gearbox. Click on that gearbox. It's gonna bring this up and just click on where it says countdown to bar close. Right here at the bottom, okay? You can't see it because my head's in the way. But take my word for it, it's there. Just sent you a chart on Discord. The arrows are the signals. Do you enter at the breach of the wick of the absorption candle, or how do you determine when to hit the button? There's two different ways, Frank, that I determine to hit the button. So the first absorption candle that you see is back here. So that means that buyers are just warming up. So normally I wouldn't enter on this candle unless we had a retest of the candle, which I should have probably, if I was really paying attention and really trading today, I probably would have went long here. Because we got a full, not only retest of this candle, but a sweep of that candle. So I probably would have wanted to go long in here somewhere because I saw that they were aggressive buyers in the water, right? Let's just say I didn't take this one though. This one is really, in my opinion, probably even better because we had the manipulation sweep down. Remember I told you guys they're probably going to come and sweep this level. Manipulation sweep down, so that confirms to me that they've already wiped out liquidity. So after this candle, the first bullish indication was this one, bullets absorbing sellers here. So if I were to follow the Renkos, I would have entered at the close of this candle. That's what the Renkos told me to do. The other chart that I showed you guys, which is this right here, this one called out the trade at 10:03 to 10:04. So that 10:03 candle was this yellow one and the 10:04 one was this one. So I would have got in here. Now, if I would have been using just the regular standard bars, I probably would have gotten in on the candle at the close of this. because I would have waited for the confirmation that buyers are really in control. But the Renko is kind of finds out who's in control ahead of time, believe it or not. I don't know how it does it, but I'm going to backtest that with you guys today. And we could have gotten in long either here or here. Either one is equally as good, in my opinion, I would say. This one's a little bit better because your stop would be smaller. This one would have a larger stop. So it just depends on you. But the only thing is that why this trade to me was better than this one is because we saw them do the retest and the sweep of this liquidity. They came back and they cleaned up this liquidity under here, came back, grabbed it, and then they kept going. And it looks like we just missed our TP there. What are they doing? We missed 720. Are you serial right now? Man, we went up to 718.75. My TP was 718.75. It came up to 718. 718. They came up to 717. They came up to 718, and we're at 721, 718.50. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. We'll wait. I'm sure it'll come back up. You need some mangoes, Captain? Yeah, the mangoes here are serious, bro. Do I have a video on this setup? Yeah, check out the videos down below in the description of this live stream. You'll see it says my strategies. I'm gonna be doing more videos this weekend too, on all the topics you guys are asking me about. I'll check out the Discord in a second, okay? Let me see. Main chat. All right, you're Cam. Are you Cam? Yeah, 9:30. A 9:30 anchored session VWAP is a good idea too. That's a good one. Joined for the first time. I blew up personal account worth 10K and now learned lesson and doing prop firms. Yeah, I blew up 2 10K accounts learning how to trade futures. And before that, you don't even want to know how many thousands I blew up trying to learn how to trade crypto. Bought 15 Apex evals and made 2 PAs and blew both. Oh man, you'll get it, brother. Don't put too much pressure on yourself because that's how you'll end up tilting and burning more accounts. How much your risk per trade and you're 50K funded? I'm trading 1 mini right now, and I'll risk anywhere between $200 to $400. You have money below like that? Damn. You're explaining, but you're on the wrong chart. Was I? Was I on the wrong chart? Oh, maybe I was. Wrong screen? I'll explain again. Damn, I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, you got to go through the... there we go. We're about to get that TP. I'm going to tell you this. Like I told my realtors that they've worked for me in the past. You're in a profession... Day trading, you're in a profession where you can make more than a doctor, right? If you play your cards right, you can make more than doctors. What makes you think it's going to be easy? If you think it's going to be easy, well, you got something else coming to you and you probably don't deserve to reap what the industry can provide to you and your family. So you're going to go through big losses and the market's going to try to shake you off. So I would tell my realtors, the real estate market is going to be brutal your first year. It's going to try to shake you off. Every one of your deals is going to die. People are going to backstab you. They're going to go with other realtors. They're going to buy homes behind your back. People are going to want to withdraw their listings. There are going to be so many bad things that are going to happen to you your first year. And if you give up, then you don't deserve real estate. But if you stick with it, I'm telling you, if you stick with it and you work hard and you put everything you got into it, your second year is going to be like something like this went off. Now, I wish I could say that about trading, that it'll take you 1 year. It's not going to take you 1 year. It's going to take you multiple years. Maybe for some people, maybe they could do it in a year, but it's going to take you multiple years. And you're going to go through some really rough times where nothing seems to be working. And then something works for 2 weeks and it doesn't work after that. And you're just going to feel like, man, this is not for me. I want to stop trading. I hate this. Maybe I'm gambling. And you probably are gambling, at certain points. You probably are. And you're probably answering yourself correctly. You have to do some real deep soul searching to find out what is really the problem. Is it my strategy? Is it my discipline? Is it me? Is it the market? It's probably all of the above, but at the end of the day, it really comes down to you, because only you can make the decision whether to hit that button or not. So with that being said, you are going to go through some real rough patches. I'm still going through my rough patch, but I think, in my opinion, I'm crawling out of that valley. I'm on my way up from the valley because I think I already hit my lowest points. My lowest points were, I don't wish those lowest points on anybody, but I'm telling you, I have invested a Harvard education's worth of money into learning how to trade. And you guys think that you're into it for a lot? Yeah, okay. I have a lot, real money, not prop firm money, real money into learning how to trade. And I'm not going to stop until that tuition is paid off. And if you allow the market to shake you off, then that means you were never really serious about trading in the first place, and you don't deserve what trading can provide for you and your family. So keep going, but don't keep doing the same mistakes. That's one thing I'll tell you. Even in any business, if you keep doing the same mistakes and it's not working, you're not learning. So you're either going to win or you're going to learn in your first couple of years of trading, and then things will start to click and things will start to make more sense. And then the last thing you got to conquer is your emotions. And if you can conquer your emotions, you got a solid strategy, man, you'll be in there like swimwear, guys. You'll make so much money. You'll be forced to buy Tori Trade's course and ICT's mentorship. You'll be forced because you just want to donate, to good causes. But that's it, man. See, I missed a couple of your messages in here. Yeah, we have mango trees. We have a lot of different stuff. We live in Florida. We have a lot of different stuff here. I went from 50 to 3K in crypto. Yeah. $50 or 50K to 3K, Robert. Started trading futures for the first time. Tested a bunch of 100x trades. Was still winning, then put 3K in, and we had that flash crash, lost it in 2 hours. Yikes. I'm not giving up, says Amar. That's what's up, man. That's what I want to hear. My weakness is not taking losses. It's much harder than we think to change your style. Yeah, it is. It's do or die, brother. I have found that it's me, my own psychology. I've made it ultra difficult to take losses since I used to trade with such high percentages. Yeah, you got to humble yourself. If not, the market's going to do it for you at no cost. They're not going to charge you. They're just going to take your money. And you definitely have to humble yourself. Like for me, I'm telling you, I thought I was better than the market. I thought I figured things out. And the market, when you start getting cocky like that, that's when you lose, man. You have to learn. There's a good book by Tom Hugard, Best Loser Wins, and that has been one of my biggest weaknesses too, is learning how to take the loss and walk away with the loss. So you need to almost feel like losses are wins. If you can reprogram your brain to think losses are wins, then you'll do much better. Because if you take, let's say my rules, for example, 2 losses on that account and I'm done with that account for the day, you have to look at that as a win. Because if you keep trading that, you might lose the entire account. So, okay, we lost $400 on the day. We lost $500 on the day. Consider that a win, because you could lose $2,500 on a day. You could lose the whole account. Maybe you have $4,000 in that account. You could lose the whole thing. So it's almost like damage control. So walk away. I'm telling you, it doesn't work. You maybe because it worked 1 out of 20 times that you were able to get that account back to break even or profit. It doesn't, because what happens is that you start to kind of trade differently than you would if you were at 0. When you're at 0, your psychology is different. You're chill, you're relaxed. You're kind of like, I'll take the stop. It doesn't matter. I'll take the stop. But when you have 2 losses down already, you're micromanaging that trade like crazy. You're moving your stops. You're like, oh, should I take my profit now? Should I not? And then you're like overthinking and you're managing that trade, which causes nothing but bad trading. Stop after your loss limit. Okay, stop after your loss limit. For me, it's 2, and then if I win 2 trades straight in a row, I'll keep trading until I get my first loss. Maybe I'll hit 4 wins in a row. Maybe I'll hit 5 wins in a row, and then on that 6th one, if it's a loss, I'm done, because you could give it all back too. You could give it all back, 100%. Been at this for 5 years, honestly, just finding some consistency. There you go, G-Man. See, it's the hardest thing I've ever tried to do. Man, I know that there's people who are, look, Dr. Phil's a doctor, dude, and he's here struggling with us. I envy the ones that get it so quickly. Yeah, everybody has their own path. I paid my dues as well, says Friendy. First time in your stream yesterday. Love your daughter's testimony. I appreciate that, G-man. Thank you so much, man. My daughter can't stop talking about Jesus, man. She can't stop talking about him now. She's touched. Why is this price moving so slow today? Because we got that initial surge at the open, and now we're probably done. It's probably a good idea to start doing some back testing now. Seems like trading attracts the same types of people professionally. I was a real estate investor, realtor, and I'm an entrepreneur and electronic engineer. This market attracts these types. Well, we're talking about analytical people. I think it does. It attracts multitudes of people. I don't think it definitely doesn't attract creatives. It does attract analytical people and risk takers. Yeah, you blew up 5K in 3 months. That's light work, man. I could do that in one trade. What do you think about a fixed stop loss of 10 points? I mean, if that's your strategy, you can make anything work. I just like being dynamic with my stops because the market never moves the same at all times. So like right now, we're getting opportunity to go short here. I'm waiting for a confirmation on the Renko. If we get one, I'm probably going to take this opportunity to go short. We'll see here. Renko did not confirm that. It might be a bear trap. Wayne Kesslers, what's up, man? Good morning. I am good at taking losses, but terrible at holding winners. Same type of psychology issue. Well, what I would say is if you're in a trade and you have a solid TP, I would say if you're having a hard time holding on to winners, do one of two things. Either A, walk away, or B, trail it. Shoot, I have 1 month to pay left. I just need to make 200 a day. I'm locked in. There you go. I love hearing people who say they're locked in. Who's not hitting the like button? I don't know, man. There's somebody out there who you hitting it. All right, this might be a push. We're getting purple candles followed by a red candle. This could be a solid push down. Yeah, that looks pretty solid. Ooh, yeah, that looks pretty good. She's dumping hard here. She's dumping hard. The Trader Within is another good book. Okay, thanks for that, Gifted Kings. What was her testimony? You missed it. I posted it in the Captain. I posted it in the Discord. My daughter heard the voice of God 2 days ago, and she's been a wreck ever since, man. She was crying for 2 hours straight with like tears of joy. It was just amazing, man. If you want to hear her testimony, it's in the Discord. It's in the main chat. Yeah, we're about to do the back testing right now. Bang, bang. Nice short off of the 50. Yeah, this short is coming in here. Just to refresh your memory, that time when you explained how you hit the button, you went over to the Renko charts to show candle signals, and you did not switch back before continuing your explanation. Oh yeah, sorry about that. So what was the question on that I was trying to explain to you guys? Can you guys refresh my memory real quick? What was I trying to explain to you guys on the Renko? Real quick, Frank, if you could refresh my memory, and I'll go over it. RP says, is that a stream? I like the stream. UW. How old is she? She's 10, man. Yeah, it's such a blessing for sure. Do I have some watermelon as well? We've tried to grow watermelon. We haven't been very successful with it. We're trying to grow some honeydews right now, but we have a lot of other stuff. We have a lot of us with papayas. We have cherries. Yeah, we have a lot of different stuff, man. This is a beautiful short here. I just wish I would have came back and cleaned up this candle first. But she's definitely dumping here. Yeah, she there's no doubt in her mind, and there's no doubt in my mind that she heard the authentic voice of God, because You don't have that kind of reaction when you just hear somebody talking like over your shoulder or something. She was literally wrecked physically and emotionally. Good job, Sensei. Christ said to permit the young ones to come to him. Absolutely. Yeah. And I want to remind you guys that a lot of traders come here and they say, you know, like they have problems trading. But I think the problems aren't trading. I think the problem is you in general. Because don't get me wrong, when you're a beginning trader, you know nothing. So you have a whole host of problems. You don't know how to trade. You don't have a good strategy. You don't have discipline. You don't have self-control. You don't have anything. So yeah, you're gonna get wrecked. But once you build a solid strategy, a lot of people forget that the rest are biblical principles that you need to have, such as self-control. You need to have discipline. You need to have a lack of greed. And these are all things that the Bible teaches us. And when you get close to God, you start to develop these things unknowingly. Because how else is an alcoholic going to stop drinking? How else is a sex addict going to stop lusting? He ain't doing it alone. He's doing it with the help of God. If you ever been to an AA meeting, the only way they cure those alcoholics is to get close with the Creator, man. That's the only way. Oh, the Renko ahead of any move? Okay, yeah, so that's what I was saying. So on this particular candle right here, on this particular trade, where I went long, so on this bar chart, I would normally wait for the yellow candle to appear, which is telling me that bulls are absorbing sellers, which is a good sign, especially after a manipulation candle like this. This was a liquidity grab, like I told you guys we were gonna have. I said, look, I think that it's a bad idea to put my stop here, because today is going to be one of those days where you should put your entry where your stop would normally be, because it's going to need your liquidity to go higher. There isn't a lot of volume today. So instead of putting my stop here, I put my stop here and I added a second position here. I entered this trade a little early in here. So to fix this trade, added a second position here. And now that in hindsight probably wasn't the best trade. The best trade is probably after this liquidity grab, we saw this yellow candle. So this yellow candle tells me buyers are absorbing sellers, because down here, if we look at the delta, we see that on this particular candle, we had more sellers. You see right here, this bar, pink bar, means we had more sellers than buyers, but the buyers were aggressive enough to push the price up. So that tells me there's a little bit of a battle going on. And when you have a battle, you got to see who is the one who won that battle. In this case, the buyers won the battle, and a pretty convincing candle too. It's almost, the candle was completely full, very bullish candle. So I would have normally gone long here with my regular strategy. Would have gone long here. Long position would have been long here. Stop would have been here. TP would have been 1-to-1. Normally is my my normal strategy. 14 points would have been, let's call it 15. We could have pushed it right there. That would have been my normal strategy, 1-to-1, right? Now the Renkos called it out a little bit early, because the Renkos would have had you get into this trade here. So you're, I'm in that trade. Okay, so the Renkos would have had you enter the trade right here. Your stop loss could have been maybe this candle right here, risking 8, and you could target the same 15 if you wanted to, or the same level. You could target here if you wanted to, 20 points, or you could target this trend line like we did. So you could have gotten a very nice setup with the Renkos, because it would have given you a 1-to-3, 1-to-4, much quicker entry than the one that I would have taken with my previous strategy. That's why I'm going to be doing backtesting on Renkos today versus backtesting on regular candles, because I feel like the Renkos could give a huge advantage when it comes to getting into a trade, getting into the real move, and getting into the real move maybe a little bit quicker, because one candle can make a huge difference. One candle was 10 points. I mean, that's $200 on one mini. All right, so we circle back into this trade. I wasn't expecting to get filled on this trade. I had this as I had this trade on here as a limit order, thinking we would retrace this candle here. I might close it out if we get above here. This TP may be the lows again. I don't know. We'll see what happens here. Or maybe even here. That looks like a good trade. SMC trading style is better than ICT, at least for me. Yeah, I don't really know either one that well. Freddie says Rankles is all I use. I know how to trade the regular candles as well. There you go. ICT traders must be very happy today. A 15-minute fair value gap setup happened 3 times in a row. Nice. Strategy came first, then mindset work began. There you go. Late to the party. How's everyone? Yeah, we're doing good, Drago. Thank you for stopping in, brother. We got those 75 likes already. We're going to have to do a giveaway. Oh, Sylvian. Sylvain Perron. Nice to meet you, man. Thank you for jumping in. Why'd you go short right there? That was an old limit order that I forgot to close because I was showing you guys my trades. I wanted to go short. I wanted to go short after this purple candle and then this big high volume candle. So if we would have taken this trade off of the setup here, you would have seen a 1-to-1, easy 1-to-1 here. So we would have entered here. Stop loss would have been above, maybe above here. 20 points. We would have targeted 20 points. We would have just missed it. We would have only got about 17.5. Still a decent trade. If you would have manually taken profits on this one, it would have been a decent one. If you would have, what I like to do sometimes is I only measure the size of the candle that had the high volume as a target, which would have been 11 points. You definitely would have got the 11. These high volume ones sometimes could be pretty tricky, but you do end up getting a 1-to-1 from the origination of the move sometimes. Sometimes you do. If we would have gotten the pullback, that would have been a beautiful 1-to-1, but we didn't get the pullback. You want to see the papayas? I can show you the papaya trees because right now the papayas are out of season. No worries, Frank. All right, so we'll do our giveaway real quick and then we'll get into our back testing. All right, guys. So if you head on over to our Discord, if you're new here and you don't know how to get to the Discord, it's pinned in the chat. So here, the pinned comment in the chat is a link to our Discord. You go over to our Discord, you become a lurker or a member. Once you've done that, then you will go to the announcement section. Under the announcement section, you're going to see the giveaway channel. You click on the giveaway channel, and all you have to do is click on this little party favor icon, and you're done. You're good to go. That's all you need to do. That's it. Once the time is run up, we will pick a winner, and you will get a Bulenox 50K evaluation. All right, so that's all you'll have to do. The other thing I want to pull your attention to while you're here, we talked a lot about discipline today and self-control. And if that's one thing you're lacking in your trading, go down to the next channel that says Stars Program and just hit, give us a thumbs up or say, hey, I'm interested. We have free small groups. Right now they're free. They may not be like that forever, but right now we have spots available in our accountability groups. Like I've said in the past, accountability ain't sexy, but you ain't looking for sexy when it comes to making money, right? Nothing that makes money necessarily comes easy or comes in a sexy fashion, right? You need to put in the work, you need to put in the grind, and sometimes it's hard to do it alone. So if you want a little group that'll help you stay consistent by having daily check-ins at the end of the day, like I do with my small little crew, We come in here at the end of the day and we have our legacy group end of day, and we check in with everyone at the end of the day, showing these were my losses today, these are my wins. So you're much less likely to tilt that day, because you know at the end of the day you have to check in with your accountability group and say, hey guys, I didn't tilt today. I took a loss like a man. I had my 2 L's and I called it a day. Like Romano here, he had made $197 yesterday, called it a day. Popeye said, oops, I meant to post it here, his P&L. Like, you know, he made 164 bucks yesterday, ended up $1,487 in a day. So if you want to be part of a small group like this, make sure right underneath the giveaway, you stop in and you go to the STARS program and you say, hey, I'm actually interested. I'd like to more information on this. Armando will get back to you and we'll put you in there. All right. Very simple. Very simple. All right. So let's dive back in. Looks like we did take the win. Why did that trade work out after all? Why did it work out after all? And I showed you something real quick earlier here that I want to pull it back to your attention. So initially I said, imagine if we took a short after this high volume candle. We had our stop loss up here. This was the last absorption candle, wick. This is where your entry would have been if you would have waited for this candle to confirm. That's 20 points. And if we go 20 points to the downside, that would have hit. It would have missed your stop, came back up here. Why did it miss your stop, right? You might, oh, you know, that's just luck that it didn't hit your stop. I beg to differ, because what happened here is that you had these 2 purple candles showing that there was sellers absorbing buyers, which means that that is a supply level. So when you have a supply level, that's why I tell you guys that I put my stops above these absorption candles, because these candles are either supply or demand. And when you revisit supply and demand areas, there's a good chance that those sellers are going to continue selling into that price. Therefore, this was a liquidity run, number one, and the market makers bought up here to sell up here because they knew there were people that would do business with them here. So they did that, bang, bang, and then they brought it back down. So after all, we did get our 1-to-1 on that trade if we would have taken that trade. You do have to have conviction in your trade, because sometimes people would see the price coming back in a high volume candles like this and get scared and close out those trades early. So you got to take a couple L's, but you'll see over time that these trades end up playing out very high percentage of the time. All right. So just want to point that out to you guys, give you a quick insight on what that was there. That was supply. And that's why that got defended the way it did. Now, it doesn't have to get defended every time, because they will wear that supply out if they keep testing those areas, and that does happen. All right, so we're good there. What's up, Anthony Smith? Thanks for stopping in. Hit me up, friendy, on DM on the Discord. We'll talk. Birdman, I think I already explained the giveaway. If you just rewind the video a couple minutes, you'll see. I saw a couple ICT when I first started trading futures. ICT would pop up in the algorithm on YouTube. So I watched a bunch of his mentorships, but I really didn't have a, how would I say? I really never found that much success with it, because it was my results were very random, and I'm a very analytical person. So I measure the results, right? The one thing that did stick with me about ICT were overnight highs and overnight lows, and to trade after 10 a.m. After a while, I stopped the trading after 10 a.m. I kind of didn't really respect anymore, because I saw opportunities before 10 a.m. Those are the only things that stuck with me. The fair value gaps, they get disrespected all the time. There's no real science behind those things. It's more, I deal with more of order flow now, because it's more of something you can measure in real time. Order flow and volume. That's the only thing that moves markets is order flow and volume. Not a magical algorithm, not something that always happens at 3:54 p.m. every day. None of that. It's literally volume that drives markets. The 15-minute orb is paying today. That's beautiful, brother. Our Renko is inverse. I'm not saying that there's traders who can't find success with ICT, but I'll tell you those same traders probably found success with discipline also. You have to enter every time individually, Birdman. You might not be on the right one. Make sure you're on the right one. We already have 31 people who entered, so there is a new one today. Make sure it's the one from 10:42 a.m. today. Friendy's in long at 681. Do I have to be right here to win the giveaway? I have to leave? No, you don't have to be here. Just watch the... If you watch the replay later and you find out that you won, just DM me on Discord, and I'll get you the coupon code to get 100% off. STP target 651. Nice. Another entrance at 670 if he comes back break down. When does futures close today? I think somebody said it was at 1 o'clock today. Don't talk about my uncle like that, says Sensei. Yeah, no, ICT is the man, bro. He coded the algorithm. What's up, Design Up? Yeah, I'm feeling extra smooth today, man. Good to see you, brother. What are those candles? What are those? I want to know more, says G-Man. Yeah, 1 p.m. Eastern, 12 Central. Do you have a new Discord? It's the same Discord. It's pinned in the chat here. I think to be a good trader, one needs to be able to take a loss. Oh, that's what makes it. That's what separates the greats. Put Renko on TV. It doesn't look like that. No, this is not Renko. The Renko chart looks like this. You have to your settings on the Renko chart have to be if you want it to look like mine, you got to put it on the wick, traditional, and a box size is 2. All right, so let's get into some of this back testing, right? So you guys may be wondering to yourself, how can one back test? And if you want me to answer a question of yours, make sure that you do at me, like at Smooth Trader, because I'm sure there's going to be a lot of chats that I'm going to miss. And if you guys need me to answer a question, make sure you at me and I will read those, okay? Priority. All right, so first thing I want to do, probably going to do a split screen. Let's see if we can do a split screen. Oh no, split screen, how's that going to look? I think it might work. Actually, I think it could work. All right, we're going to backtest yesterday's price action. Let's go to yesterday's. I think we could do Wednesdays too. Let's go to yesterday's first. Maybe we'll get enough with yesterday. Yesterday being the Wednesday. Okay, yesterday was Wednesday. Let's go to 8 a.m. pre-market. All right, cool. Renko is traditional too. Okay, perfect. I might move this over just a bit for this exercise. Okay. So we've got the 8 a.m. starting right here. Vertical line, 8 a.m. All right, that's our 8 a.m. This is 8 a.m. on the Renkos. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger so you guys can see better. Okay, that is 8 a.m. on the Renkos. We are going to I'm going to keep a chart open on my right hand side too, so I can keep a track on the market. In case we need to circle back for whatever reason. Okay, we're getting a little bit of a pop here. Cool. Awesome. All right, so here on our Renko, what we're gonna, on our traditional chart here on the right-hand side, we're going to go back to the same time frame. And we're going to replay the market, and we're gonna take some trades together and see what our win rate is afterwards, okay? We're only going, these are going to be our rules. These are going to be our rules. We're going to move. I know bar replay is not available for this. We're going to move. Let me take this VPR off. Cool. Awesome. Okay. We're going to move our Renkos just enough for us to be able to see what is happening up to that time. We're going to reference our Renkos once our price action gets to a point where we think there could be a trade brewing. Okay, when we see a trade that might be like an area that we might be interested in taking a trade, we're going to reference our Renkos and we're going to see if we can get some input on where the market would be going. So this is yesterday's price action here at 750. So if we look at the market, what it's doing at that time, it looks like it dropped quite a bit. We had a high there at 2267. So we know we've got that potential level up there. Okay, we see we have a lot of sellers absorbing in this move here. So we have also this level here we have to kind of deal with right there. All right, so we do have high volume, high volatility candles going up. This could be, obviously this could be inducement. So we're gonna see what happens. So right now we're gonna play this out. It's 8 a.m. We got the 8 a.m. candle about to form. So right now, we're gonna let this play a little bit and see if there's a possibility we could bounce from 22K. We're right at 22K, so we're gonna let this play out just a bit here and see what we get. Okay, so we're starting to get some. Possible interest here at 22K. Buyers might be trying to push this market a little bit higher. So I want to bring the Renkos up to 801 and see if there's anything here yet that is symbolizing to me that there is any bullish strength. So I'm going to move this over right here, right? So we're going to move it right here. So at 804. Okay, so at 804. We had the bottom red Renko here. 805, we had this green one. And at 806, it's still 805. Okay, 805. Okay, so this looked like a pretty good 805. And then 806 came here, 806. All right, so between 805 to 806, we had a decision to make. Do we want to take this? Do we want to take this move to the upside? All right, how can we find confirmation for that? So we look down here at the Renko delta bars. Are we seeing any sort of delta trap here? Not really. We're seeing the delta increase in strength to the downside. So this to me here looks like an inducement to the upside. It looks like it's a possible bull trap. So I wouldn't want to take this trade here. So I'm going to wait a little bit longer. And so let's move over the Renkos just a little bit more. Okay, so now we have a green candle with a tail on it at 808. At 808 we have that. And now we see we have a little bit of a delta trap. Now we see we have a little gap there. So this candle at 808 makes me a little bit more bullish. So let's go ahead and see. The next candle comes in at 810. So the candle between 808 and 810 means that between 809 and 810, we had this candle form. So the last time we had price action in this wrinkle block was at 809, because the first candle after that was at 810. So I'd probably want to take this trade long here at 810, because we have a little bit of a delta trap. We have a high volume to the upside with a tail. So this is a good possible entry. So I'm going to let my my chart here go to 809, and then I'm going to place a trade there and see if that works out. See if that works for us. 809 would be somewhere in here. Oops, let me pause that. 806. 807. 808. Okay, so we have our 808 candle that formed. So at 808, this is the last candle before, let me see. No, we need one more. We need the 809 candle. Okay, the 809 candle was a doji. The 809 candle is the last candle that we got before the next brick on the Renko. So let's see if this one would have worked out. Put a long trade in here. Put our stop loss underneath the wick of that high volume candle. Looks pretty safe to me, risking 190. Where can we ride this up to? We have absorption the whole way up. So this to me looks like it's going to be a lot of sell pressure. So I'd probably want to trade this one to a 1-to-1. So let's go to 190 on it. See if we can get a 1-to-1 out of her. We play that. All right, we got that first one. It's probably going to even go run up to the 22. But you see what we did here. The reason why we took that trade is because we got the delta trap right here. This is a little delta trap, a mini one, but it's something. Remember, it's pre-market. We had the first inducement, came back down to grab liquidity. Then we had the second candle, which was better than the first one, because this one, not only was it high volume, but it also had a tail on it. When you see a tail on a Renko brick, it gives you more confidence that it's going to want to go in that direction. Not 100%. Obviously, nothing is ever 100%. But as you can see, there was a tail here on this one. High volume, came down. Tail here, pointing up, gave you some moves. So it gives you a better indication of where we may want to go. So let's look for our next opportunity here. So we're going to slide over our Renkos until we see a possible change in direction at 20, at the highs here. All right, so it looks like it went up to about 22. We still don't see anything worth trading on the Renko. Renko is still kind of just going. Okay, so here we have another high volume candle at 821. At 821 to 823. Let's move over to 823 and see if there's any reason to have wanted to trade that at 823. Okay. Yeah, good thing you took a 1-to-1, because look at that. 1-to-1 sometimes are better than people may think. So let me do something real quick. All right, cool. All right, this is the 821. Let's go ahead and move it up a little bit. 822. Okay. And this one was the 822, 821 to 823. Okay. So we've got another high volume candle here. Do I trust this one to go long? Not really. I probably would not a trade that I'd want to take here. The reason why I say that is because we have a high volume spike on the delta to the upside. We do still have a bullish trend, which is the 21 above the 100 period VWAP. Still would probably want to go long here. So longs are still in control here, but I probably wouldn't want to take this one because we have that still. We still there's really no reason to go long here because there is a little bit of a high volume candle here, but to me it's looking like this price action here is a little bit uncertain. We have that 22K level here, which sucks price back in most times. So I don't see anything very exciting here about taking this trade. Usually I'd want to enter another trade after sweeping liquidity like down here or something like that. So I'd probably pass on this one. So we'll pass on that trade. We'll wait. We'll wait to see if we see anything exciting. I like to see absorption to enter these trades. Let me see if there's any of the absorptions on. Absorptions on. All right, let's see, nothing so far, nothing so far. Remember, we're still bullish technically. I'll get to your questions in just a second, guys. Okay, wouldn't want to trade anything just yet. Okay, so now we're starting to get that 21 crossing under the 100 period VWAP on the Renko. We're starting to pick up volume. We're starting to see the big volume candles going down. We're at VWAP now. Okay. All right, so we've got this move into the VWAP with a high volume candle to the upside. I'm looking at the delta right now, and there is no spike in delta. There really isn't like a shift. There isn't like any trappings here. So I still wouldn't want to take this trade. As you can see, it's looking like it's pushing even further, harder now. All right, so this trade into the VWAP, not something that I usually like to trade into the VWAP or a little further away, so I'm still probably not going to be a fan of taking this trade here. We could get a lot of chop. Exactly what we're getting, chop. Okay, still nothing. Still nothing I'm interested in. I don't see anything yet. Give me a second. I'll tell you guys when I see something that's worth trading. We'll get out of the pre-market. Maybe we'll see something better. Okay, we're at 22.12. We're starting to see some volume pick up to the downside. I don't see any absorption. I do see high volume candles. So let's just move the market. Oh, we're about to have the open, so I wouldn't want to take a trade at 928. So let's wait till the open here. So the volume started to pick up. Okay, so it is now 930. We're starting to get that heavy push down. The Renko's showed you that the volume was picking up to the downside here. Moderate volume picked up by high volume. This would have been a better short to enter if you were looking to trade it. This would have given you a nice indication at 924, 928. But remember, it's pre-market, right before the open. Not a trade I would have taken in real life anyway. So let's fast forward a little bit into maybe like a 940. Okay, let's see if we can bounce into here. Okay, good. Let's see if we can catch a rebound. All right, it's only 941 right now. High volume, high volume. Okay. So what I'm searching for right now is absorption. I'm looking for signs of absorption to take a trade. When I start seeing that, then I will show you how I'm going to be backtesting this. Right now, we're still in the bullish trend. As you can see, the 21 above the 100. So we're getting some strong volume to the upside. Okay. We're starting to see a turn of events here at 22.24 at around 10 o'clock. So let me fast forward here to 10 o'clock. 10:03. Actually, I think I have to do it this way. Okay, so today we're backtesting Renkos. If I was backtesting regular candles, it would be much more trading going on, but right now I'm looking for a particular strategy. Okay, let me pause it right here. We're looking for 10 a.m. 10 a.m. 10 a.m. See if we can find that 10 a.m. candle. Market's starting to give it up right now in the real live market. All right, cool. So we're at 22K and we're looking like kind of heavy. Looking kind of heavy here. And we made a high at 22.25. So right now the market is starting to tell us that there is some sell pressure. If you look at the Renkos, they are telling us there's a little sell pressure. All right, heavy volume to the downside. Still no absorption now, so I don't have an absorption candle here. Let's see if I can find one. To be honest with you, I haven't seen an absorption candle in a while. I don't know if something's wrong with my chart here. Okay, still got the green. Is there something wrong with my chart? Why is there no absorption anywhere to be found? 10:30. Where's all my absorption candles? Let me check something real quick, guys. Let me see what's going on. There's no absorption showing right now, which is strange. Not a lick. Where did it all go? You can't do backtesting without that. Oh, I know why. Wait, no. Is that why? No, we have this. Let me just check here. Yeah, we do not see a lick of absorption anywhere here. Let me go into yesterday's price action, see why. Something wrong with the chart. We haven't seen one absorption candle in the whole day. That's not a normal. Yeah, there's something wrong. There's a lot of absorption on the 18th at 10 a.m. There's something wrong here. Something is wrong here. Definitely wrong. Okay. Yeah, look, this is the same time frame. This is the same time frame. And you see the absorption candles here, you see them here, you see them here, you see them all over the place. So something's wrong with the Renkos here. Let me just go back here and figure out what is going on, why it's not showing up on the candles. Maybe we need to refresh, reload. There we go. Yeah, now they're there. Okay, that was a big waste of time. That was a huge waste of time. Oh, there we go. Oh, we got our man. Had to refresh the screen, man. All of my absorption candles were missing. All right, we'll hop into this back testing in just a moment. Let's check out what the charts are doing right now and see if we can. I don't see anything worth trading there. All right, we'll go circle back here. All right. You went to the hospital? Did I miss anything? No, I'm actually going to restart right now because I'm going to restart right now, doing some quick back testing. I started to, but for some reason my chart was not showing the absorption candles at all. So it didn't make for any easy back testing. All right, so I think we're gonna do it a little different right now. What we're gonna do is we're gonna wait for. We're gonna play out the. We're gonna play out our regular candles here. and we'll circle back to the Renkos. So we'll go back here, circle back. All right, we'll play this out. And once we see absorption, we'll reference the Renkos. All right. So right now we see absorption here at 8 a.m. Let's see this. We see absorption here at this 754 candle. So let's look at 754. 754, 754, 754. We look at the time. 754, 755, 754. All right, so 754 showed us that there was an absorption candle, and it only gave us it confirmed at 755. So at 755, which is right here, we would have went short. So let's do that because it gave us a absorption candle there. Let's go short. Stop loss above the last absorption candle. 235. We'll do a 1-to-1 235. We'll hit play on that. Okay, we got that one. Okay, our next trade would be set up. This is the next trade we wanted to take, that 808 trade, 808, 809. So 809 to the 809 candle turning into the 810 candle is when we would want to take our long there. Go ahead and play that out. Do a 1-to-1 on that one as well. I'm only interested in doing a long hold when the 21 crosses over the 100 period for the first time. Right now we're already above the 100 period. As you can see, we're already above it. All right, so right now we're looking for that 809. That's 806, 807, 808, and 809. All right, cool. We got that 809 doji. We hit a buy here. Stop loss at the wick of the last high volume candle. We'll do a 1-to-1 at 190. Close enough. Hit play on that. Meanwhile, we'll scroll over and see if we see any other opportunities here for a trade. I like to see absorption. Okay, we got that one. Pause that. All right, so next opportunity we're looking for absorption right off the back. Right now, it looks like we could be going to 2230, and we could also be going to the VWAP. So scrolling over, we see that we had market chopping here for a bit. We did hit that absorption here at 829, and then we started hitting some bearish absorption here at 830. So we're looking to get to either the VWAP or the 22 level to take our next trade. All right, so we're at VWAP right now, high volume down to VWAP. Looks like we have a high volume candle here and we have a little bit of a delta trap down here with a high volume candle. So here at 840, looks like would have been a decent trade to the upside. Let's go to 840. $840 is right here. Pause that. All right, so let's see, 841. This is 838, 840. Sorry about that, guys. It looks like TradingView kicked us out. Come on, what's going on? Why I keep getting disconnected? Man, they're doing me dirty. They're doing me dirty. Right now, you keep disconnecting me. All right, let's see, where are we? Yeah, this is a fail here. Let's go back to 840. What the heck? What time frame is this? Yeah, I don't know why TradingView is doing me dirty like this right now. 840 right down. 839. Yeah, that's cool. All right, we got that drop there. Unfortunately, it wiped out the trades that we had already clocked in. I think we'll do it up to the pre-market, maybe a little bit after the pre-market here, just to show you guys how I backtest some of this stuff. Let's go back to 840 here also. All right, cool. All right, so let's go to 840, 840, 840, 840, 840. Okay. So right here at 840, we started to see some green candles to the upside, but no absorption yet at 840. We then got a candle, a red candle with a tail to the downside here, high volume, but still no absorption. The absorption ones are very powerful, like these. So we saw our first absorption break here at 849, and it confirmed at 851. So we need that 850 candle here to take a trade, that 850 candle. 850 candle would be right in here somewhere, right here, that 850 candle. $847, $846. All right, $850, $849. Okay, and we confirmed at $851. So we need that $850. Okay, so that's our 850 candle right there. It confirmed right at 850. So if we do that one, that absorption candle there gave us a stop loss at the last wick at 225. That wick underneath that bullish absorption candle. Let's do a 1-to-1 TP 240. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and play that out. We took that because there's a bounce off the VWAP and it was absorption. All right, we just got that 1-to-1. You see how the price likes to go to 1-to-1s very commonly. I have no idea why, but it does. Let's look for our next opportunity here. Our next short opportunity is at 854, confirmed at let's see, confirmed at 854, confirmed at 855. So we have an 855 short signal. Let's see, 855 short signal is right here. So that when 854 rolled over to 855, that the end of the 854 candle was our signal. So the end of the 854 candle would have been this one into this one, okay? So we'll just short it right here. No need to go back. So we'll sell that. Short position, stop loss right here at that. That's a 255. 255 to the downside. It's right there. Let's play that out. See if that works. They're not all going to work. This is why we backtest here. Let's see how many actually do work. That looks like it's getting stronger now. And it'll get a stop out here. Okay, so this one didn't work. Why? Let's analyze this one and see why it didn't work. This one probably did not work for us because we were trading right at VWAP. VWAP actually will suck price in, but a lot of times also help price bounce back. So even though we were in profits here, probably should have moved to break even, being at the VWAP, but that's the first loss there. So let's go ahead and keep moving, see if we see anything better. Okay, so we see here at 902, confirmed at 903. So we're looking for that 902 candle. 902 candle, 902. Would have still been in that trade, but let's just say we didn't take that one. 902, confirmed at 903. See if we can. 903, 903. Okay. This is when we got the first bullish absorption candle here. Not a trade that you probably want to take, but we're just going to play these out to see if there's anything brewing here. I would say it's not a trade I'd want to take because trading away from VWAP could be pretty risky. Let's see if that one would have worked. Let's go to buy here. Stop loss under the last absorption, which is 245. TP 245. Right at the wick. Right there. Let's play that out. Okay, that one worked. Very nice. Okay, that was the signal here of the absorption to the upside. Let's move over, see if you see anything else. Anything worth taking. Okay, so we have a powerful signal here. This is an absorption candle with a wick. So let's see what time that confirms at. That is a 912 candle. Confirms at 917. So that 916. That 916 candle is what we need. So let's see, 916. We have a 907. We need that 916 candle. It's right in here. All right, we've got the 916 candle. All right, so this is telling us to go short, so we'll go short here. Strong signal to this for a short too. Stop up here. We'll give it a 1, 2, 1, or if maybe we can give it a little more, I would probably give it to like the bottom of that wick there at 21,991. It should probably give us a little bit more, maybe even to the VWAP, but it depends on your appetite. Leave it right there. Maybe we'll get stopped here. Yep, she still wants higher prices. Yeah, all right, we're stopped on that one. This one did not work out for us. We did get a bullish indication here at 918. This candle's at 920, confirmed at 918. All right, so we're gonna look for the first indication here of a possible trend reversal. Started to get that here at 924. No absorption yet though. And this is the open, so we'll leave the open happening. Absorption, absorption, absorption all the way down. This is the opening candle. And we got the bullish absorption candle here, confirmed at 935. And let's see when it actually confirms at 935. 936, 935, 936. So at 935, we've got the confirmation of that reversal. See if we can get there. 935. Now remember, Renkos are not the only thing you should be looking at. There's a lot of things to look at when you're trading. You got to look at levels, you got to look at liquidity, you got to look at price action. All right, so 935. We need that 935 candle. But I'm just back testing today the Renkos themselves, 934 to 935. Okay, one more. Okay, so this is the one that confirmed, and this is the one that told us that we could probably go long. is what this one told us here. Now, would I just go long here? I probably would put a limit order in here at like 930, but just because we're back testing, we're gonna try this out. I'm gonna give it a 1-to-1, or maybe even to the VWAP. We probably could aim for VWAP on this one. Let's see about this one. Oof, see what I mean? It came right to clean up this blue candle. That's why I probably would have done the limit order there instead. Okay. All right, we got a big volume spike here on that drop, as you can see here. The big volume, the big delta volume spike. It's another reason why it looked like it was trapping people down. Had another little volume spike there, another little volume spike here. So it looked like it was trapping traders short there. So we're gonna slide over to this 941 to see if we can get an idea what it wants to do at 941. 941. Okay, so we're gonna be approaching VWAP soon here. Okay. All right, so it's trying to trap bears. Don't think it's gonna work. Still continue to the upside, so we still wouldn't be looking for a short. Crossing over VWAP. Still not thinking about a short here. Staying long in that trade. Okay. Now we're about to cross over here. The 21's about to cross over the 100. So we'll let that happen here as well. We'll let the 21 cross over the 100. See what next opportunity we get here. Okay, so we're comfortably over the VWAP. We're at 22K now. So this 22K level, some people would want to short this, right? So let's go to 948 to find out if there was ever a shorting opportunity there at 948, 949. The thing I like about the Renkos for confirmation is that they don't just print a candle time-based. They print a candle based on the amount of ticks, the amount of price action we get. So we don't ever see a bearish absorption candle in this whole time. So it would not have prompted us to get into a short. Now, the trades you don't take are just as important as the ones you take, because if you're blindly just shorting 22K and there's no bearish confirmation here, you can get yourself in trouble. So this kept us out of taking any shorts. Let's see if we can find, it kept us in a long trade. It would have kept us in a long trade for a long time. The first sell confirmation is at 954 and would have been confirmed at what time? $954, $955. Yeah, $954. Okay, so we're starting to get some selling pressure here at $954. Now, $954. This is the first time we touched the we touched the 21 since the reversal on the open, and we confirmed that at 950. What? We confirmed it at 954. Now, since we are bullish, the first touch of the 21 usually gives you a bounce. So let's go ahead and go to the 954 and see if we can find ourselves the actual short or an actual short position, and tell you guys how I would have traded that, or how I did trade that, because I actually did take that trade yesterday, I believe. Okay, so this is here. It's right there. All right, so we got this. We're getting a little bit of a bounce here. So we're going to look for a way to possibly enter a trade in here. So right off the back here, if you're thinking long still, you wouldn't be wrong, because you have a 954, then you have a 955 candle here that's high volume, and then you have a yellow candle here at 958 confirming that we have a move higher. So that 958 candle I really like. So it confirms at 958, it confirms at 959, it confirms at 959. So if we go to 959, see what that looks like on the bars here. 959. All right, let me pause that. Sorry, I have it too fast. $9.59. Okay, so we're here at 9.55, 9.58, 9.59. Okay, so 9.59, 9.58, and 9.59. As you can see, this combination here does not look good together. We had a big absorption here that happened, so looking kind of heavy. A lot of times we do get a bounce from here, but the candle that printed right after this was another bearish candle. We got a bearish candle printed here at 9.59, and this candle confirmed at 10 o'clock. At 10 o'clock, this candle confirmed. At 10 o'clock, we're looking here kind of chopping here at 22. 9.59, 9.59. Okay, so looking at this chart here, what do I see? I see we're 21s above both the VWAP and the 100 period VWAP. We had a big spike to the downside. We have bullish absorption, bearish absorption, wicks to the upside. We have an absorption to the upside here, a doji, kind of a bearish hammer, and then we have this strong red candle here. Now, the Renkos are telling me that we had this delta trap here. It's telling us that we had big absorption that happened here in this candle, which means this is a seller supply level, and it's telling us that they were trying to trap bears long. So these are just as important to read as these. Here was an attempt to trap bears long. This was a absorption candle to the downside, this bar here, and it confirmed at 9.59. So let's just say that we took this trade because this is what it's looking like, so it's what appearing to me as. We swept liquidity here as well. All right, so let's go ahead and see if we can play this one out, sell that, put our stop above the last absorption candle, which was this purple one here. It's a 265 trade. Would it make sense for us to trade this close to VWAP? I'd probably trade it to 985. Let's go ahead and see and try that. Now, I don't remember exactly what happened yesterday, so I could be wrong. But there you go. Next candle gave you that move that you needed. That absorption candle after the fake out was all you needed to see there. All right. So I don't know if you guys are catching on here, if you guys are following. But I don't want to do this too much with you guys today. I don't want to bore you guys to death. I'm going to take some questions from what you guys are seeing here. Normally, when I backtest in the following way. Let me show you guys. I'm going to do some regular backtesting with you guys, so you can see what I would normally do on a backtest. I would look for order flow, but right now I'm trying to implement the Renkos. So let's go ahead and play this out. We're going to play this out. I'm going to look for absorption. So right now we're purple candle, followed by a big blue candle, which to me seems like it's probably going to the upside to sweep liquidity and then come back down, or it's probably going to continue higher. We got to see, because right now sellers are trying to trap. We're here to the downside, but they quickly reversed course here. Let's keep going. All right, so the buyers look very strong. This could be a liquidity grab. It could be. We just got a seller absorption candle. Okay, so here we go. First seller absorption candle after sweeping liquidity, followed by a red candle. This to me tells me that sellers pushed buyers down, and then they continued the power struggle. The little battle they had here, they continued to the downside. So let's go ahead and sell this. It could be wrong. This could be a bad trade. This could end up biting me in the butt. We'll do a 305 to 305 1-to-1. See if this works out. See if the order flow is correct, and then the analysis here is correct. If not, we get stopped and it's okay. All right, so it would have been close to a TP there. Might have manually taken that one. All right, that one was a bear trap, but we could have made some money if we were in that trade in reality, moved to break even. Maybe we would have taken that, but that was a loss there. So it looks like the market still wants to continue going higher. Now we have this 21 comfortably over the 100 period VWAP. So we're going to prioritize longs, but if we see a beautiful short that we can't pass up, maybe we'll take it. Still don't see anything here worth taking. All right, we're seeing a tweezer top. Another tweezer top. Looking very short squeezy. All right, absorption. Bearish absorption, that means to me that they're trying to trap people short. This is looking like a short squeeze to me. Now this could be a blow off top here. This could be a blow off top because we're getting high volume to the upside. Keep an eye open for it. See, when I start to see things like this, then I reference the Renkos to see what is the Renko saying right now about this cluster, this price formation. What is it saying? So I'd be confused right now at 1022, and I'd want to reference the Renkos. So let's go to 1022 on the Renkos and see what the Renkos tells us at 1022. Without going too far into the future. Okay. All right, so at 1022, 1021, the Renkos are not giving me an absorption candle, so I'm not looking to sell yet. All right, so I'm going to stay looking for a trade here. All right, we another blow off top here, maybe. Okay, so right now we're getting high volume candle to the upside, doji, red candle, and absorption candle. So at 1037, what is Renko telling us at 1037? Is there anything at 1037 that is signaling that there's a confirmation of going short yet? Let's see, 1037, nothing yet. Okay, so we'll leave it. We'll leave it running. Last thing you want to do is get into a short too early. Okay, now we've got some very strong signals. We got 1039, 1040. Let's look at the 1040 candle and see what 1040 is telling us. Okay, still nothing on here. Still nothing. So we're gonna wait. Play this out a little bit more. Even though I'd want to short this. But let's be patient here. Okay. All right, see? Good thing we didn't short it just yet. All right, we got another. This could be a very nice short. Now this is the stuff that setups are made of. Went short, everybody put their stops here, and then it came back to sweep everyone's stops. This is now I feel so much more comfortable going short here. Let's see what at 1044, what Renko tells us at 1044. Remember, the trades you don't take are just as important as the ones you do take, if not more. Okay, 1042. All right, 1044 has high volume. Confirms at 1048. No, it confirms at 1046. So 1044, 1045. This is the candle you enter on. This candle right here. Sell. Stop loss. Here. TP on this one, honestly, I would say at least to the bottom of this wick. If not, you could even trail it. Maybe we'll trail this one to see how we do. After this liquidity grab, I feel good about this short. It could still fail us. Don't get me wrong. It could still fail us. We don't know the future here. So we're back testing. That's all we're doing right now. We're back testing to see if these setups work. Okay. Just still chopping. All right, good. Good move. All right, so we got ourselves a very nice move away. We'll take a little bit of risk off there. Maybe we'll trail this one instead. Back to VWAP. Maybe we'll trail it and see if it works. If we can get good at trailing. Now you might want to ask, like, when do you move your stop loss down? I would say after a liquidity grab. So this here to me looks like it's trying to do just that. Okay, another absorption candle here. All right, another red candle. Okay, now I would move my stop to here in profits now. Not much, but it's something. This is how I'm going to start trailing these. Give me 1 second, guys. I got a call. All right, so we got a nice candle to the downside here. Continue playing this out. Okay, let's see if we can break this level. We'll try to bring our stop even lower. If we start getting bullish momentum to the upside, we may just TP. Okay, she's still looking good. All right, we're creating a lot of stop losses in here, so she's gonna want to come up to clean this up soon. So now you have the decision to make. Do you want to take the profits now? You're comfortably in $600 worth of profits. Decent trade so far. Or do you want to actually ride this thing down? So let's just say that we want to get better at holding these trades longer. Let's see if we can find another liquidity grab here in a little bit to put our stop in profits. Some people trail the 21. That's not a bad idea either. Okay. Delayed gratification is hard, guys. I know it's hard. Okay, now we got a decision to make. Do we want to take our stop loss and move it above here? Let's just go ahead and say that that would be something we may have wanted to do. Looks like we had this high volume candle to the upside, and then we came up for a second time and swept it. So I'm gonna feel comfortable perhaps now to bring this down a little bit more. We're in $400 worth of profit, so we're either gonna make 420 or we're gonna make 1600. And we made 420. All right, so that trade ended up being a winner. And now it looks like we're getting a move back to the upside. Now, remember, you could have taken this trade and you could have taken profits when you started to see bullish absorption candles like these. You could have taken profits here. I was just practicing here, trailing a trade. Obviously, they're not all going to work out, but the ones that do sometimes can work out pretty nicely to continue going to the downside. All right, so now we're popping a little bit. We'll wrap this up in the next trade or so. Let's see what happens here. Okay, so we did get a liquidity grab here. Let's move that back for a second. We have it on high speed. All right, let's go back here to this. This is what I want to show you guys. Let's go back here to the 1156 candle on the Renkos. And I'm going to show you how the Renko sometimes shows the move. 1056. This is 1156. Okay. Sometimes the Renko shows the move when even the candles don't show the move. All right, so we're at 1156. Okay. Nope, nothing. We would have missed that trade. Okay. Nothing here. Okay. Let's go ahead and play that out real quick. Okay. This obviously was, we saw it yesterday, it was a liquidity grab. Raced back down, missed the VWAP, jumped right back up into this. Let's see if there would have been an opportunity here to go long on this 1201 candle. No. First opportunity to go long here was at 1208. It was telling us to go long at 1208. I probably wouldn't have trusted this one because it was already after the initial move. I don't think I would have taken that one. The short I would have probably been looking at, because we have these imbalances in here. I'd probably be looking to short this here around this level. See if we have any indications for that, any absorption. We've got absorption here at 1226. Okay. Let's go to 1227 and let's put in our short at 1227. Okay. All right, so this is our short. We're gonna go ahead and sell that. Stop loss at the last. Stop loss at the last. This is the last absorption candle. Is up here. So 470 target at the top. 470 stop at the top. 470 TP here. Let's go ahead and play that out. If I remember correctly, I did take this trade yesterday too. You would have been sitting in this trade for a minute. I do think it ends up working out. Now, another reason why this trade worked is because this is the first bearish absorption candle after the cross of the 21 with the 100 period EMA. This is why doing back testing, you start to pick up on things like this. So yeah, some of these do work out. And the reason why I took this short here and not this one is because this absorption on this Renko was the first absorption after a bull trap. So we saw a move down, bull trap, and then absorption. This gave me an opportunity to say, you know what, that was a bull trap. This is the actual move, and I'll put my stop above this level, or maybe even this level. Even if you would have been trying to be safe about it and put your stop loss up here, and I don't know if I'd consider that safe, but it'd be less risk. You still would have been all right on that trade. You only would have been taken out on that trade here. If your target was, maybe not 470, maybe it was 400. You would have won within 2 candles. And maybe that was the better trade anyway, because you got out of that trade immediately. You could have re-entered the trade again in here, made another 400 bucks. So yeah, that's the way I'm looking at these Renkos. And another thing you want to do too is you want to see if there's delta, if there's any delta confirmation. So when you get spikes that look like traps, like for instance this move up here, we've had a little trap right there. That looks like they tried to trap traders to the upside, and then they started pushing price down. So you got to look at all this stuff as confirmation to where the market may want to go, where the market want to head. So that's about, I think, all the back testing I want to do with you guys today. I don't want to kind of overwhelm you guys. You guys can do this back testing on your own, but I am going to finish this up at a later date, and let's go back to the charts and see if there's anything going on. But before that, let me see if there's any questions that you guys may want me to answer for you. No, I don't have a video setting for the Renkos, but I'm making one this weekend. Yeah, so let me explain the delta trap a little bit better for Frank Montesano. He was asking, explain a little bit more about a delta trap. So let me show you a little bit more about that real quick. All right, so all right, let's see. When market is moving in one direction and it switches courses, it doesn't do it in one. It doesn't do it like this. When the market moves, it doesn't just go like this and like that. It doesn't go straight up, straight down. A lot of times what it does is it likes to make a double top, triple top sometimes. It likes to do those things. Why? Why does it do that? Because people are very impatient. And when people see this, they start to go short and put their stops up here. And the market knows that because the market makers, they know their orders real time. They know the real time orders. So they see that there's liquidity here. So what do? They bring it back up and they rip those stops. And so then sometimes people are going to say, well, I'm going to play it safe. I'm going to put my stop somewhere in here. So then the market sometimes comes back and grabs those people too. Maybe it doesn't make a new high, but it grabs people. So in the process of making this kind of price structure, you start to see the delta, which is the orders. You start to see them create these traps. Right, so we had an indication that there might be a reversal coming around here because we started to break the 21. You see that? We started to break the 21 on this move here. So what we want to do then is we want to look for a delta trap, which means that are we going to get another move that is potentially going to trap traders? What I mean by trap traders is they see the move going higher and they start going long, and at the same time while making these guys go long because they see the strength, they also come back to sweep these guys. So in this case, we did see that. We saw this double top followed by another move higher, which here on the delta chart, it looks like this. You see that? It's a delta trap. Two peaks, two spikes in volume. First spike to get you up there, have people set their stops, and the second spike in volume to go grab those stops, so then it could go and say, sorry about that, better luck next time, and then it just teases you the whole way down. It just teases the heck out of you, and then it does something like this. Buyers are stuck in their long positions in here, right? Have their long positions. Meanwhile, it goes against them. Some of the guys are not running stops, right? They don't have stops on, so they're just watching. They're like, all right. I'm gonna, it's going against me. Oh, it's coming back. All right, it's coming back. You know what? I'm gonna add more. That way I can average my price. They add more, and they still don't get out of this trade, and then they get trapped even further and further. And they're like, oh, it's coming back, and they get trapped, and they just don't want to admit that they're in a bad trade, and they just keep letting that trade go against them. They keep letting that trade, and the market's teasing them the whole way down. You know, once your 21 crosses over the 100 period VWAP, it's a wrap, man. Most of the time, it's going to be a wrap. You know, when you see that, more than likely, it's going to be a wrap for these guys. But some people have strong margin, they have a lot of margin, so the market will go ahead and squeeze those guys, you know, and bring them price back to at least the VWAP. So that's just something for you guys to understand when it comes to a delta trap. That's what that is. A delta trap is basically just that. It's just two peaks. Sometimes it looks like this. Sometimes a delta trap will look like, let me see, what time was this at? 9:34. Let's see if we have a delta trap down here. When you're comparing the pre-market to the New York open of the New York session, your spikes are gonna get different. So this is the anchor candle, and this would be a trigger candle, or this one could be your trigger candle. Either one. This shows delta trap. Bang. People got short here, and then people started to people got long here, thinking the dump was over, and then what happened is they kept pushing it down. They pushed it down again to grab those stops, and then people got long, and then they pushed it down again. So they did a triple delta trap here, and then after that triple, you started to see a bullish absorption candle, and then they tried to push it down again here. You see that delta candle, that big delta candle, but they weren't able to push it much, because buyers are so strong that this big delta candle, these big orders came in, but they barely moved the market. They got absorbed by buyers. So that's why you see a candle like this. You see a candle like this that barely moved one block. Meanwhile, you see a candle like this, which is smaller than this candle, and it moved price all the way down here. So when you start to see things like that, you know the market's getting very bullish. When you see buyers absorbing, you see sellers spiking down, but hardly moving the market, and then it just keeps going. That's those are delta traps. Okay. Let's check out this market. See what we're cooking with here. We lost a lot of people during the back testing. Some people don't like back testing. See if we can find some actual trades. Oh, by the way, when you guys are done back testing, you just click here and it'll tell you your win rate. Okay, and then you can open your performance chart and you can look at all the wins and losses you got. 2 longs, 5 shorts, 2 winning trades, 3 winning trades, 2 losses on the shorts. And you kind of figure out, why did I lose these? And then if you want to see which ones you lost, you see which ones you lost and why you lost them. You go back and you're like, okay, why did I lose this? Did I go against the trend? Was I too early? Did the Renkos lie to me? Did the candles lie to me? Did the absorption, the order flow lie to me? And that's how you start getting better at trading. Look at your stats. Okay. All right, so we are going to jump to the present. All right, what do we got here? Oh, we got some pretty decent price action. It's not that bad. Yeah, we're at 11, man. This is pretty good. I mean, I should have been trading instead of backtesting with you guys. All right, let's see what we got cooking here. All right, so it looks like we have completely rejected this. "12-minute purple haze chart." Yeah, I'll pull it up in 1 second. Angelo, you got the information for the charts that I use. They're down below in the description. Just check them out there, and you'll see the links for the indicators, and you'll see the links for the videos on how to use them. We got rejected, came here, rejected, bang. Rejected. Okay. She's kind of choppy because we're really like the 21 and the 100 are just flirting with each other here a lot. This looks like a push after this sweep here. This is a possible push here. Oh, I think we have our winner, right? I forgot all about the giveaway. Forgot all about that giveaway. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna long this. I don't think I'm gonna long this just yet. Let's check on our giveaway. Looks like JOXO. JOXO, are you here? I'm going long here. New low. Yeah, it looks pretty decent for a long. Looks pretty good for a long. Very nice here. JOXO, are you in the house? I missed the giveaway. It was me. JOXO, you here? What's the ST? ST? Smooth Trader is ripping it today, man. Oh, thank you, man. Appreciate it. All the indicators you guys are seeing are down below. So trade here, nice long, guys. Whoever caught this one here, I might actually join you guys for a trade. This price action is not too bad. Who would have thunk London be holding it down like this? I'm still waiting for my Bulenox to switch me from Rhythmic to Project X. They will. It takes about a day for them to switch you over. It takes about a day. Where would be the logical level that they'd be wanting to go right now? Well, we have this would make sense here. We would have these imbalances cleared up. We have this absorption level here. So a pop here into the 720s is very possible for a rejection. Once price enters a level that I'm interested in, that's when I kind of implement like my confirmations. Okay, are we getting rejection tweezer candles? Are we getting absorption? What is the Renko saying? Did we have a delta trap? Those are the kind of things I start to look at once we get to a level like this. Market's about to close, yeah, in an hour. I'm still waiting on my Bulenox to switch me. Smooth for that purple haze VWAP. Who is the creator of the indicator? Because I don't have those options. I ran through 7 different VWAP indicators. It's called VWAP with standard deviation bands. The creator is Tyler. The creator is who is this creator? PMK07. PMK07. I think it is. I think that's the creator. Did you find it? Yeah. Yeah, market's looking pretty strong still. We'll see if we can print something. Trading NQ to the bottom of this 5-minute opening range. Did you want to see the 12-minute left on? You said you want to see the 12-minute purple haze. Yeah, we have a mega absorption here from the overnight low and down. And we have a whole lot of chop. Anchored VWAP is the best if you are a VWAP trader. Yeah, I like the anchored VWAP. I anchor it from highs and lows though. I anchor it from highs and lows. All right, we're right from our little level here. Wow, man, that little level. Sometimes these little levels, they have something to them. Could get another pull back into this 720 level before actually rolling over. We're gonna wait to see if we see something like that. You have a max risk of $100, which is 4 losses. Question is, sometimes I get to 3 and struggle to bring it back to break even, so I quit and keep my losses. I would say, what would cause you to the least probability to tilt? Do that. Long trade from that SEPPW lower was 2.5R. Alright, let's see if we can get this push a little bit higher here. Sweeping that 718.19 level that we just saw. Or maybe we won't, but it'd be nicer if we did. At the midpoint of the NY session so far, Rex is short. Nice, Rex. Yeah, I'm looking for a short here too. Starting to get there. Might be getting there soon. Price action slowing down. Oh, she's at 8. She slowed down a heck of a lot. Good thing Mo closes trade, man. This price action is not good for bulls. Not so good for bulls. She could be trying to reach. She may be trying to dupe us here. She may be trying to trap traders here. Careful. She might be trying to trap bears. This might be a bear trap. Target price to 850 if bulls come back. Yeah, right? At least the VWAP. Ooh, that'd be quite the run. I don't think they do that today, do they? It's a long way up. It's a long way up. So our ICT sniper traded the 1 minute inversion right here on the ES this morning and rode that puppy up. I think that was today. When was this? This might have been today. Good job, man. Beautiful. Gifted Kings went long here. Nice. Took profits, I hope. I don't think you took your profits, did you? Should have had a V8. There's a better look at ICT Sniper's trade here with his inverted fair value gap, I think. If you guys want to check those out. Okay, so JOXO DM me. Cool, cool. I'll get to you, brother. Yeah, I think he just DM'd me. Cool. All right, so I'll get you that eval over. We're still chopping sideways here. We are still chopping. Chopping. Look at that, man. That golden pocket. Right there, man. Right there. You cannot make this stuff up. We're at the golden pocket. You can use either Apex or you can use Bulenox. You have to use our affiliate code, which is in the description of our video. All right, we got a little pop there. All right, looks like she wants to go higher. Looks like we're gonna go higher here. JOXO, congratulations, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And you guys are going through evals like crazy. Save that. And yeah, here you go. JOXO, I just sent you your coupon code for the eval. Thank you for being part of the community, brother. Thank you for being here. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Market's still looking extra pumpy. If anything, guys, the Renko would have kept me out of that trade, that short. It never printed any negative. It never printed a negative red candle, absorption candle, not a single lick. So that's why I like the Renkos for confirmation to enter trades, because there was a couple opportunities in here that I did see a couple of bearish absorption candles. It got me tempted. They got me tempted a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, but I didn't take them because the Renkos kept me out. Kept me out of the short. Would have gotten stopped out right here. Bang, bang, bang. So we'll see, man. What's up, Contract Shark? Yeah, Trading Tour. It says, hi, do I think selling is a good idea now? Well, I just answered your question. I think we're in the zone. I think we're in the zone for sales. I just don't think we were ready for it yet. Market closes here in about 40 minutes from what I understand. And we're such degenerates. We're here on a market, on a day the market's not even open. And we are here trying to make $1. Can you believe that? Shame on you guys. Shame on you guys, man. You guys should be doing good deeds today. Cleaning the house. Folding your laundry. Catching up on your ICT videos. Doing something. Not here. Not here trading. Giving away your hard-earned money. Yeah, let's see if we take some good trades, though. We can make some money. Maybe a dollar here or two. We have no life other than trading. That makes two of us. Shame on us, says Mo. I'll be right back, guys. Keep an eye on the charts, man. Keep an eye on the charts. I'll be right back. Whoa, good thing we didn't short. Good thing we didn't short. You guys are crazy, man. Looking for shorts. What is wrong? You listen to laughter, guys. He said it. I'm going to 850. I'm going to 850. All right, good thing we did not short this area. This was a very bullish indication here. There's bullish absorption followed by this green candle. Very nice, very nice. Congrats to anybody who took that. We are now at the 786. We swept this area here. Let's see what we get here. Going down some more, said Friendy. Not sure what is. Maybe our viewers. First stop 755, said Laughter. Okay. First stop is the moon, said Laughter. We've just cleaned up the imbalances in here and we're going right back up. Market is very, very bullish right now. Power hour. It's power hour right now, says Laughter. Yeah, it is power hour. It is power hour. Be careful with the 1250 MOC candle. Yeah, this is nuts here. Hopefully you have some good things planned for today, guys. Hopefully you do. Low volume under 200 moving average. More downward movement coming, but I could be wrong. Have been before. Yeah, it's all right, dude. Today you really can't call it, man. It's a tough day. Tough day for trades today. Only people making money today are the Tori trades and ICT traders, man. Everybody else is getting skinned alive. You can make some money if you get the neighbor's cat over too. I used to do that. 1300 on my take profit PA. Beautiful, Mr. Hoyt. Yeah. Sometimes I bring the neighbor's cat over and I let him walk on my keyboard. That works sometimes. My trades end up working out when I get the neighbor's cat involved. You know, there's a chicken that actually got a payout. There's a guy who has a chicken. I'm not making this up. There's a guy who has a chicken. And he would put chicken feed on 2 pieces of paper. One said buy, one said sell. In whichever direction the chicken went, he would do that. And he actually, not only did he get an account to funded status. The chicken actually got a payout. It's not about your strategy, man. It's about your chicken. Yeah, it really took a payout. Market closes at 2 p.m.? No, I thought it was 1 p.m. I think someone said it was 1 p.m. Nice short squeeze here. Things going parabolic. Look at the curvature, man. The curvature. That's when you know you're getting bullish right there. Look at that curve, man. That's beautiful. What am I doing? I'm drawing boxes. Overnight low is right here at 735. Oh, this is still seller absorption area, supply level. Anything can still happen. After says, my trades are based on a chimp throwing darts on either buy or sell wall. Smart chimp. Oh, that's hilarious, man. I need to get some chicken, said Mad Moxie. Patrick W. Patrick Whelan. Every day's another opportunity, say. Let's see what happens. Let's see if we get this rejection here. I'm waiting for a good indication. Right now, it's still trending higher. Wouldn't want to be shorting this right now, but I will tell you that she could be having a pullback soon. Smells like a pullback soon, guys, but nothing yet. Maybe she just squeezes. We'll find out soon enough. Let's see. Still looking strong. Could be getting a little bit of a reversal coming in soon, though, because we're starting to see some delta traps. Today or Asia session, I trade demo. Smart man. You will stay away too. So I consider this day a win for me, man, because I did take a trade on my funded up 244 on it. This thing's almost at payout, so call that a win, man. Any day of the week. We might be getting a short opportunity here soon, but still she is inching her way higher. Inching her way higher. Yeah, I don't recommend trading on days like this. Don't do like me. Do not do that. I did that behind the scenes when you guys weren't looking because I didn't want to encourage anyone to trade. But we are doing a bit of forward testing here. Notice this nice bearish absorption candle followed by some red candles gave you all this. Yellow buyer absorption candle followed by a green one gave you all that. Yellow absorption candle followed by a green candle gave you all that. Yellow absorption candle followed by a green candle. Gave you all that. I mean, I don't know if you guys are picking up on this yet. I just want to know, are you picking up on it? Is all I want to know. Are you picking up on what we're putting down? Sellers absorbing. Sell pressure. Bang. 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 They're all over the place. I can't get away from them. I don't know. Is trading really that easy? Short squeeze. Oh man. This smells short squeezy. This reeks of shorts and squeezes. IMF warns the Eurozone risk drifting into economic stagflation. Be careful. The crypto market right now is in greed at a 57. You know what you do when it's greedy. Trump says the Wall Street Journal has no idea what my thoughts are concerning Iran on Truth Social. Tomorrow is going to be a slow day as well. There's not really much news tomorrow. Don't think there'll be much news. Nice little push here. I'm still short on my BTC position. I'm thinking we could start making some lower lows on BTC. We'll see. How did gold do today? How did gold do? Well, oil looks like it made a bit of a recovery to the upside. And gold just went sideways today. Nothing exciting there. Nothing too exciting there. Nothing too exciting with the gold. This is starting to get very interesting here, guys. Very interesting. It's starting to be very, very interesting here. Is this a bear trap? Is this a bear trap? We'll find out in just a moment. This could be a bear trap, guys. Look, this reeks of a short squeeze. This could give us a move down. I'm going to wait for a little bit more of a confirmation here. On low volume, price tends to trend higher. We'll see if that's the case. That's what people say. Strong candle. Whoa, strong one there. That was a good setup for a short here. Man, so juicy. Seller absorption followed by a red candle means sellers are in control, at least for now. Enough to push that down. Nice candle there. She goes trapping traders short, or maybe even grabbing more liquidity to dump it off again. We'll see. Nice move here, man. Trump should have had his parade today. Big pun. That would make sense. I think you caught my commentary on that. It's an American holiday. Yeah, it's an American holiday. How big was that? 11 points. That would have been a nice little trade. Yeah, she's clever. So I'm telling you guys, these 1-to-1 RRs will definitely pay off. Stop loss here. Oh, you didn't put stop loss there. 6 points. 6 points. Right there. Now she's going to drop after making this scandalous move here. Scandalous. Now she's going to drop, right? Rip the liquidity from here. Yep, she did. MT5. Sadly, people diss what is above their level of comprehension. If you like MT5, that's cool, man. That's more for like CFTs, isn't it? And for Forex. CFDs, I mean, not CFTs. CFDs. And Forex. Yeah, she's, look at her. She's gonna rip. Forex, yeah. Oh my lord. That's what happens when you have low volume. There's nothing on the books. Oh, this is fun. That's a 1237 algo. The 1237 MOC. Just kidding, guys. There is no 1237 MOC. Trade at your own risk. You trade futures on MT5? That's not something I couldn't even start to say I know anything about. Yeah. This is nuts. This price action is insane right now. AMP futures. Where do you think to enter long? Yeah, this is a long, isn't it? Look at that, 21 above the VWAP here, this 100 period VWAP. To be honest with you, the best place to enter long is right here. If you could catch a long in here, this would be good. Other than that, right now looks pretty good. This might be a decent long. Let's see here. Too much choppiness, man. This market is crazy. I don't see a sign to go short yet. We'll see. Yeah, just look at the videos in the description of this video, Frank, and you'll see a full-blown explanation on all the candle colors. There's videos in the description of this video, of this stream. It says my strategies, and you'll see it and you can watch those. All right, looking kind of heavy. We'll see. See once we start getting confirmation. Bullets absorption, seller absorption, man. They want to confuse everyone today. They're trying to confuse everyone. $12.36. This might be setting up here. Is Oanda legal in USA for Forex? Yeah, Oanda is a broker, isn't it? Here comes payday. Yeah, looks like she's setting up for something here, but she is all over the place. Wow, sheesh, this is crazy. Yeah, definitely don't be trading this, guys. It's opposite day. Yeah, this price action here, guys, not something you want to get involved in. Last good trade was this. Other than that, everything else has been complete chicken scratch. Forward testing something I see on the charts here. I'm gonna give her 360. Yeah, no, this is not good trading conditions. Crazy trading conditions right now. This is just my demo account, guys. Do not follow any of these trades today. There shouldn't be trading at all today. Is that so, Laughter? It's interesting. Got a strong sell signal on the Renko here when we got to this candle around 1241. Really strong absorption candle with a wick. That's why I took that short. Should have probably had the stop loss up here. This one came really close. It's choppy right now. Price action's jumping. I could still get stopped out right now. It most likely will. Yeah, this is not something you want to trade. All right, well, the market looks pretty ugly. That's for sure. Take it, baby. Smack it. She's barcoding. Barcoding. Crazy right now. She wants everybody to stop. Normally when she does this, she wants everyone stopped. So she'll do like price action like that. Price action like that. And she'll just start taking everybody's stop. This would be right there, probably. At least we got a TP on it instead of yeah. She's gonna start doing this. Watch. Swept. Now she's gonna go higher. TopStep. Oh man, those guys are pansies, man. They shut down already? I'm just kidding. I think we should all shut it down right now. These guys are pansies, man. That's why they only trade micros. I'm just kidding. Micros are real manly. Micros are definitely the only way to trade. Just kidding. I would trade nanos if I could. There's no such thing. Rules, rules, rules. Good day for me. Reached my profit target for my Tradeify funded accounts. Beautiful. Just by selling the tops. Yo, have a good day, says Dan's Baby Dreams. Yeah, take care, man. Take care of those babies. I'll see you guys on tomorrow. Anybody who's leaving right now? Robert caught that joke. Yeah, trade the nanos, baby. I trade those nanos. $0.10 per tick. $0.10 per tick. TopStep will be all over that. All right, I'm going to say au revoir. Say a quick prayer for you guys. Father God, we come to you in Jesus' name, Lord. We thank you for today. We thank you for this opportunity we had to be amongst each other. Thank you, Father, for allowing us to do what we love to do. We don't take that for granted, not even one day, Father. We thank you for the breath in our lungs, Father, the health. We thank you for one more day above ground, Lord. But we ask you, Father, to make those days that we do spend here on earth, Father, as fruitful as possible, Father, by spreading your word, by walking with you, Father, and by having a real relationship with you and the Son, Lord. Father, we ask you to forgive us for our sins and not only help us get over those traps that the enemy sets for us, Father, that temptation, that lust, that depression, all those negative thoughts, Father, that go through our head. We ask you in Jesus' name, Father, to wipe all of those spirits out of our life. I know that this world, Father, is not perfect and we're going to have some very hard days, Father, but just let us know, Lord, that you're always with us. Show yourself in our lives. Always comfort us, Father, when we are going through a rough time and we're going through that valley. We ask you to always walk with us, Father, when things get very hard. And we promise you that we will not forget you, Father, when times get really good. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Take care, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Don't do anything crazy today.